Should be kicking in here. What's good, everyone, and hopefully you guys are enjoying your football Sunday as the Kansas City Chiefs get set to take on the Minnesota Vikings this afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you are in. Right now, I'm just catching up on the finals for actually, well, that looks like a sack for Lamar, and it looks like Pittsburgh is going to leave. No, it's actually in Pittsburgh, I think it is. There's a lot of Steeler fans. That's how caught up I'm trying to get. But it looks like Pittsburgh is going to get the W over the Ravens on the come-from-behind win. This game was kind of garbage all day. It was one touchdown throughout the board, and then the Pittsburgh Steelers defense was actually what came through. Go figure, because they don't have that great of an offense. But this is wrapping up now, and we're going to get ready for the Kansas City Chiefs, and it should be a fun, exciting game for all of us. I think it's going to be an underrated game. I think this is going to be a heavyweight bout, honestly, for both offenses. I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs offense is going to get to humming, and I feel like for some reason, Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson are going to continue what they are going to do. It's going to be a good task for this defense. And it's just one of those games where I feel like it's going to be a nail-biter. But hopefully, Patrick Mahomes gets his first W against the Minnesota Vikings. Because the last time we played the Vikings, Patrick Mahomes, his knee was on the other side of his leg, and Matt Moore came in a clutch moment and sealed a victory. Let me refresh this real quick. Got to keep up today. As you see, I do got a new scenery around here. We just got finished wrapping up moving, so got to get adjusted to the new surroundings and also where I want to place the camera, how I want things to look. I have a bigger space as well, so I got to focus on echoes again and all that. So it's going to be adjustments, but it's going to be fun. And actually, I think I can pull the chat up on here now, which would be really more beneficial than anything. There we go. Perfect. Got the chat up. I see a couple y'all already in. Hey, it's going to be a fun day. It should be a fun day. One thing I'm going to anticipate in this game more than anything, and it's what we all have been discussing about, it feels like, is what are these wide receivers going to do, and is Coach Reed going to put them in a situation to succeed? Now, guys, I'm going to have highlighted today, all of them, of course, but I think Rashee Rice and Justin Ross's snap counts need to go up. Not through the ceiling, but they need to see the field more. That's got to be the case, especially for a guy like Rashee Rice, because every time he's been in the game, he's been productive. Now, yes, he does have a lot of early drops, but after those drops, after he gets through those jitters, that dude's ready to go, and he is a playmaker. Now, when you zone in on a guy like Justin Ross, one thing I want to learn from him is just exactly that. I want to learn what he's about. I want to see what kind of playmaker he will be for this team. And as I mentioned in last night's video, 4 snaps, we're not going to figure that out by any means necessary. So I'd love to see that doubled or even tripled. I'd love to see him in that 16 to 24 range, because if he's getting that many snaps, he has to have a ball find his way. And then we're going to see what he's really made all about. And then, of course, you'll focus in on these other wide receivers like Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, Justin Watson, MVS. The list goes on and on. Someone needs to step up. In a game like this, though, the Minnesota Vikings defense, they struggle. So they give up a lot of yards. If none of these receivers eat today, my alarm is going to be through the roof, and I'm going to be wondering, what are we going to do? Let me get that kicking. What's up, Gary? What's up, everyone? I see y'all starting to tune into the chat. Game is like, I think, 10, 15 minutes away. Should be good. It should be really fun. They just wrapped up the Steelers and Ravens, as I mentioned. They'll probably put another game on there. One game I was focused on, just for fantasy purposes, honestly, was the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons game. Now, hold up. Oh, that's kind of surprising. They're talking about the the war that's going on in Israel. I never seen a special report pop up during a game in quite some time, honestly, or if ever. So that's why it caught me off guard. I was like, hold up, what's going on? Yeah, it's a lot of scary stuff that's going on around the world. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it just caught me off guard. It's not something we're used to seeing, definitely during football games like that. I don't think it's been. I think last night was when most of the breaking news was happening. I don't think anything has increased, but I haven't been paying much attention to it. So hopefully it's nothing too crazy or too bad, even though it's unfortunate circumstances as it is. Right now they're getting back to the CBS NFL Today updates. I'm pretty sure they're going to direct us to another game, unless other games have already completed. There was one, like I mentioned, I was focusing on was the Texans and Falcons. That one was going back and forth. Both teams were struggling to start it off, but second half, Bijan Robinson had a fumble, and then he had an amazing touchdown. And then C.J. Stroud and the Texans, I believe, came and took the lead late. I'm wondering if the Falcons came back and actually answered. What's good, Tyler? It's good to see you in the chat. Yeah, right. Okay, yeah, I don't think they're going to take us to a game. I think they're just going to wait until the game kicks off, which, what is it, 4:07 my time? That's another 13 minutes, so it should mean nothing too far away. That Pittsburgh Steelers defense was eating against this Baltimore Ravens. And then now they're showing the Giants and Dolphins. I saw the Dolphins were doing their thing, of course, offensively, as they always do. But also, I saw Tua turning the ball over a lot. And if that's against a good football team, you're not going to beat them. I think he threw a pick, then he threw a pick six as well. But this Dolphins offense, we know what they're all about. They're going to put up points. But if Tua's going to turn the ball over, might be questionable. Maybe not against a team like the Giants, but against a top caliber team, you will lose those games. Oh, no, that was the early matchup they're showing against the Jaguars in Buffalo in London. That's a funny one. I feel like every time the Bills go against the Jaguars, it's just a matchup thing. We know how that works in the NFL. And the Jaguars, they got the Buffalo Bills number. Josh Allen against Josh Allen, and the pass rusher seems to always prove himself. It's like he wants to be known, I'm the better Josh Allen, and he always shows out. And Jacksonville, they actually got all their wins in London this year, not in the States, not in Jacksonville, which is a crazy stat as well. And then, boy, we're just going through a quick recap. Hold up. This is what I wanted to see. The Falcons came off and, the Falcons scored late after the Texans, and they won 21-19. I wonder who scored. Wait. I'm confused. Dalton Schultz scored. It was a game-winning field goal, actually, to make it 21-19. Okay. That was a fun game. That was a fun, good one. And I got sidetracked on what I was talking about. That's what happens when games be flying by. That's one thing that frustrated me today. So I have 3 fantasy leagues. And in one of them, I got Zach Moss. And I saw all the reports that said Jonathan Taylor is going to be on a pitch count. But with that as well, I thought Zach Moss's snap count would go down as well. I didn't expect him to get over 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. So here he is on my bench going nuts. And then the Lions, they doing Lion things. They're beating the Carolina Panthers 42-24. And the Panthers look like they're going to move to 0-5. And Sam Laporta, he looks like one of those promising young tight ends in this league. 2 touchdowns on the day. And now they're getting us ready for Chiefs at Vikings. That's what we're all here for. That's what we're all dialed in to see. I really forgot what the game I was talking about earlier. They sidetracked me. I felt like I had something good on the top of my head, and then when another game came in, it's like, whoop, completely off my radar.
Yeah, the early game across the pond, the Jags and the Bills. Last week we saw the Bills put their foot down and look like one of the scariest teams in all football. And then they come back.
Oh, Charlie, I did see that. I didn't expect it, but the Kansas City Chiefs, they came out in their icy all-white uniforms. That was a pleasant surprise to me. It looks so clean and so fresh. And I don't know why, but in dome games and when it's night games, when the light hits those, you can just see how crispy and icy those look. Those boys better show off in those uniforms. I feel like that's a guaranteed offense is going to take over this game. This is how I don't even watch pre-games anymore. I did not know J.J. Watt was a part of NFL Today on the CBS. I just usually get to the game. It's still nuts what Pittsburgh did today. They struggled like all 3 quarters today, and then they found a way to win the game. Kenny Pickett. I know Chiefs fans are going to be bitter. One, there's 2 things y'all going to be bitter about because of the receiving core is what George Pickens did today. He went completely bananas and went off and basically had the game-winning touchdown. It wasn't with final seconds, but he had the final touchdown of the game. And then also, if you guys tuned into the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts game, DeAndre Hopkins, he looks just as young as ever. He went nuts. I think today he had as many yards in one game as the whole Kansas City Chiefs receiving core. Yeah, that's a bitter pill to swallow. It's funny to say, but today is the day I'm hoping one of these receivers goes crazy. Like I mentioned, Minnesota Vikings secondary is not good. If these guys can't step up today, I don't know. But I feel like today is the day. I really feel like this is going to be good. And then also, too, the Minnesota Vikings are giving the Kansas City Chiefs ammo, which is weird for a 1-3 team to do, to basically give them bulletin board material. The Chiefs came in today. There was literally a billboard out there that said, "Welcome, Mr. Pfizer," and then the mayor was talking about it as well. And we know how that went when the mayor talked smack with the Cincinnati Bengals. And then Byron Murphy, he was talking smack too about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and yada, yada, yada. I'm like, that is a lot of trash talking for a 1-3 team. It's like when the Kansas City Chiefs are given bulletin board material, you know they play well. So hopefully they use it. Boy, isn't that the truth? I do not know what Lamar Jackson. I don't want to say Lamar Jackson isn't playing good this season because before this game, I thought he looked pretty good. I thought he looked kind of like the best old version of Lamar we have seen. But against this Pittsburgh Steelers defense, that's kind of icky. Like, he was throwing some bad passes. And then also, too, if we're going to talk about bad receiving cores, Baltimore Ravens is up there with us because they have the weapons. But, man, they were dropping, like, everything. I saw a pass where Rashad Bateman, wide open, and he dropped an easy touchdown catch. And I used to be a receiver, and from my perspective, I'm like, he jumped when he didn't need to jump. It's like he was trying to show off, and it went lower, and it just bounces right out. I'm like, that's got to be hard to say. And even with a guy like Rashad Bateman, someone who has struggled for a majority of his career, even though short, those are the plays you kind of want to make. Charlie, I am in the same boat with you. I really am. Like I mentioned, 2 guys I want to see snap count go up is Rashee Rice and Justin Ross. And I'm going to zone in on Rashee Rice because if you increase his snap count, Mahomes has already proven he looks towards Rashee Rice's way. So he's going to make a play. And this is a perfect game to do it because the Vikings secondary is not great. And he is going to be the yard after catch king. And if there's a receiver I will bet on in this game, that is if Coach Reed puts him in the game, I think Rashee Rice is my safe bet. And then also, too, zoning in on that, when I was talking about secondary, is Travis Kelce as well. The Minnesota Vikings struggle covering the tight ends. And now I know Travis Kelce came into the season with the injury late, but It's kind of been underwhelming. Now, he's got his receptions, but he hasn't really broken off in the yards category like we're normally used to seeing Travis Kelce do. Could today be the day? It could be. I would love to see Travis Kelce go over 100 yards. Makes us all forget about the wide receiver issues if Travis Kelce does that. I think that's how we zone in on these wide receiver issues is when you don't get that elite production from Kelce, and then you're like, okay, well, where else are we getting it from? And then it's like, we ain't got nowhere else. So if Kelce goes off, those concerns may not be as huge as they were previous weeks, but I still want to see a receiver go off. And then another aspect as well is the revenge game and how heavy that weighs for a guy like Jerick McKinnon, and will he get an increased snap count as well? Because we haven't been playing Jerick McKinnon like we used to. And I feel like Coach Reed goes into those kind of stories. We saw it last week with a guy like Isaiah Pacheco, the homecoming, and he fed him heavily. Could this be Jerick McKinnon's week? I don't really care, honestly. I would love to see it. I just want to see the ball continue to be ran, because that's when the Kansas City Chiefs offense moves so efficiently, and that's what helps the passing game out. So Isaiah Pacheco, Jerick McKinnon, and if all else fails, just run up the middle with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. As long as it doesn't hurt us, I'm good with it. I really am. Hey, you're speaking facts. And honestly, with MVS, yeah, 15 targets, or he needs to be targeted, actually. Like, if he's in the game for 15 snaps, you got to get him the ball, or you take him out of the game, because he's getting paid good money just to be running cardio out there. That's similar with a guy like Justin Watson. You're taking valuable snaps away from players that can actually be learning on the field. So if you're not going to get the ball to Watson or MVS, time to push it forward. Time to get a guy in who can be productive. So it's kind of twisting, turning on me. If MVS is out there, get him the ball. Because we've seen he can be clutch. It can be inconsistent, but he can be clutch with the ball in his hand. And if you're not, time to put Rashee Rice in. Time to put Justin Ross in. Let that next man up mentality really happen. Now they're showing Zach Moss. That bit me in the ass today. I sit him in fantasy football, and then there you go. I didn't think it was going to be full head of steam for Jonathan Taylor, but I didn't think Zach Moss was going to go nuts either.
We talk about this a lot. We want everybody to get paid, but when the backup has such a big day like this, it kind of makes points for the other side of the argument.
You could also say the same thing about the quarterback in this situation.
Oh, yeah.
A backup quarterback that's been around, and we saw that Moss just basically.
And that's crazy too as well. Such a promising young talent that they're talking about is Anthony Richardson. When he's in the game, he looks legit. And he looks like the Colts can be a really valid team this year. But in 4 games this year, actually in 5 games this year, he's been hurt 3 times, missed a game, and that's been known too in his college career as well. Is can Anthony Richardson stay healthy? That's going to be problemsome for the Colts. But when he's on the field, you could tell he's a difference maker. That's a good thing the Colts got a veteran backup like Gardner Minshew who can pull out victories for them. But man, that sucks for Richardson. And now they're showing we got a little less than 6 minutes until the Kansas City Chiefs and Minnesota Vikings kick off. One thing I noticed, and maybe this is promising, or unless they haven't showed it yet, Taylor Swift is not at the game. So we can actually watch the game today. Because that just seems like all they've been focusing on for the last 2 weeks, has it been, is, go to the stands after the Chiefs score to see what Taylor Swift is doing. Can we just watch what the players do? Like, really? I'm not opposed to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift dating by any means, but I also want to watch the football game. Oh, and I hope that, I don't even know if you can call it an upset or not, but I hope Zach Wilson pulls out this game against the Denver Broncos. I hope he looks just as, I like the Broncos jerseys. I know you don't want to hear me say that, but I like those white helmets. That's something you ain't going to hear from a Chiefs fan every day. But going back to it, the Broncos defense struggles, so I'm hoping the Jets can capitalize on it and build off of last week and drop Denver to another loss. Because if they do, there's been reports today that Denver can be heavily in the sale market and start trading away their players. And that is music to my ears because we play them on a short week next week, Thursday night football. And we beat them, I know, 1,000 games in a row, but they still play us tough every game. And if Denver's selling, it makes my life a little easier, hopefully. Okay, I think they're taking us to the game finally. I think we got less than 5 minutes now. Yeah, 4 minutes now. Perfect. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. It's what we wait for. We don't get the early morning slots anymore. This is our early morning slot. It is the afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern. Most of them are night games. Honestly, if you ask me, I'm a fan of it. I like to be able to wake up in the morning, relax, get whatever I need to get done, and just turn on Red Zone, NFL Sunday Ticket, and just watch all the action going through. And then once the afternoon night comes, turn on the Kansas City Chiefs and hopefully get a W.
When hiring personal injury attorney, trust is so important. Trust isn't good, it's earned. You want someone that will be with you every step of the way. Someone you trust with your health and your future. Someone with integrity and the experience to get you the settlement you deserve. We believe trust means putting our clients first. And that's what we do every day. Genesis King. Help is here.
At Smith, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and the
Oh, and as I'm going through the injury report, another one that was surprising to me, which he practiced at the end of the week as well, was Nick Bolton. He's not going to be active today. It was surprising to me. I think surprising to the fact that this will be 3 games in a row Nick Bolton has missed. Drew Tranquil, of course, this is why you brought him, the depth. I think the linebacking room is the most loaded probably in the NFL. So it's good the Kansas City Chiefs have that depth, but you definitely want a guy like Nick Bolton there. And I'm just hoping the injury isn't too serious because he made the flight. He looked fresh. I saw all the social media posts led me to believe he would play today, but maybe they're saving him for Denver. I don't know, because it's a short week. They don't want to rush him out, and then he may have a longer injury. I'm hoping that's not the case, but we'll just have to see how he looks. And our announcers today will be Tony Romo and Jim Nance. Yeah, they're talking about the Vikings, and I agree. Like, even though the Vikings are 1-3, they put points up every single week. I think I remember, week 2 or something like that against the Eagles? They were there. Like, the Eagles were blowing them out, and then they came back. And when you go against a guy who is a lethal threat like Justin Jefferson, it's so scary. He had his worst output last week. It was still 85 yards. Like, you can only hope to contain him because you're not going to stop him. So you just got to do the best you can. And then also, you don't want to be too heavily focused on Justin Jefferson, which is odd to say, because the Vikings got weapons across the board with guys like Jordan Addison, the rookie, TJ Hawkinson, and then don't sleep on running back Alexander Madison because he has been doing his thing these last couple weeks, and he is ready to go. And the Chiefs, they struggled to stop Breece Hall. And the Vikings believe in Alexander Madison, or they would not have moved on without Dalvin Cook. They do the same drum thing that the Chiefs do. Crazy. I knew about the skull clap. It's literally like the same thing as the Chiefs. Instead, the Chiefs do the tomahawk chop after the drum beat. That's nuts. It's a sold out house. There's a lot of Vikings fans, of course. It's a Vikings home game. I think this is our first time the Chiefs. Oh, there's a lot of red though. Oh, there's a lot of red on the away side. You love to see that. Okay, we're getting ready for kickoff. The Minnesota Vikings will start on offense. Okay, there's a lot of red. That I love to see that. And Bucker kicks it out the end zone. The Vikings will start on the 25. They're showing the key to the games for the Vikings. They want to control the clock. Of course, run, wear down the defense, and then move Justin Jefferson wherever you can. I think it's pretty common sense. Steve Spagnuolo better have a perfect game plan. All right, now they're getting ready set. Kirk Cousins is under center. Play action. Quick pass to number 84. Leo Chanel misses a tackle. Fumble. Fumble on the first play of the game. And Brian Cook recovers it. That's how quick it is. It looks so negative. Leo Chanel misses a tackle on 84. 84 takes it upfield for 15 yards. And then I think Justin Reed had his helmet right on the ball, popped out, and Brian Cook falls on it. What a way to start the game for the defense. These icy white uniforms look amazing. I love them. Kelsey's in motion. Handoff Pacheco. He picked up about 4. I'll give Pacheco 4 there. And if one thing I said Rams because the Rams scoreboard popped up. The one thing the Vikings do good on defense is they do stop the run. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Kansas City Chiefs attack and if they're going to stay consistent, which they should. I really believe they should. Quick pass to Sky Moore. It should be like 3rd and 1. He picked up about 4. It was a quick little toss pass, like a screen almost. 3rd and 2. All right, you got to get this 3rd down. You don't let the defense just get a turnover and not do nothing with it. I would run Pacheco still here. 3rd and 2. He'll pick up a yard and then make it 4 down territory. Or he'll pick up both. Pacheco. He is so good. On 3rd and 2, he picked up like 4 or 5. What a good. That keeps the drive alive, keeps the momentum going. I want a touchdown. MVS is up top. This is going to be a run, or I think it's trips with tight ends. I think I saw Blake Bell, Noah Gray, and Kelsey. Kelsey's in motion. Quick pass to Kelsey. Pick up about 4. That'll make it 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5, something like that. All right, it'll be at Sky Moore and Noah Gray on the top of the screen, and then it should be MVS, and I do not know who's in the slot. I don't know who's in the slot. Oh, Kadarius Toney. Okay, Tony. Tony with the catch, pickup of 6, and he honestly powered through for that 6. And that's what Mahomes has been doing better with. And I think we talked a lot about it last year as well, is if you can't find your guy up top, which we know he loves to do, take what the defense gives you. And that's what he's doing on this drive to keep it alive. Noah Gray's in motion, play action, going deep. That was a hard catch. But Kelsey, he's known to make those. Mahomes found him in the end zone. It would have been all hands, but when he brought it down, it hit the back of the defender and incomplete. It wasn't even the back. It was actually swatted out. It was a good defensive play by 24. That would have been hell of a catch. It was coverage on Bynum. Never heard of him. Blake Bell's in motion. I think that's Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. Pass protection. Mahomes scrambles. Mahomes throws it. Noah Gray with hell of a catch to make it 3rd and inches. Again, bring Pacheco. 3rd and inches. That was a good throw by Mahomes. He does the ridiculous like always. Slings it across the body. Pacheco is back in the game. Simple. Give him the ball. Don't get cute with it. Come on. Just give it to Pacheco. It's cute shit. Mahomes at top of screen is Wildcat. Oh, Pacheco. That's a touchdown. More recovered anyways, but Pacheco stretched. It's a touchdown. They're going to say Pacheco's down at the 1. I don't like seeing the Wildcat, but it worked there. He's down like an inch away from the goal line. That sucks. Give it to Pacheco. Let him finish it off. Pacheco, just jump over the middle. Moore's in motion. Moore's in motion again. Pacheco with the handoff. Pacheco in the end zone. Oh, there's a flag. Hold up, let's not get it too crazy. Please say after the play. It'll count. And it was a penalty on the defense, so the Kansas City Chiefs will start up 6-0. And I just realized I failed y'all here. Oh, and I get the scoreboard up. Bam. Let's do that. Now you should see the scoreboard appearing here shortly. Pacheco is on a run. I'm telling you. I feel like it's such a hot take, but it shouldn't be. I think Pacheco is the Kansas City Chiefs' deadliest weapon on the team. And yes, that's including Travis Kelce. I think it's 1A, 1B. And I think that will start to reveal itself as the season continues. He's been special this year. Let me update this score. Pucker made the kick. All right, we got 7-0 game. After a Justin Reed forced turnover by the helmet, Brian Cook recovers it. Kansas City had a short field. They did what they needed to do. They start up 7-0. Let's get to this chat. Teresa, as you mentioned, our team's playing Kelce better. If I'm particular on that coverage, I just think that was really good coverage. I also think it can play into the fact as well is everyone knows, if the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiving core isn't going to prove themselves, just double Kelce and let's see if they will still try to beat us that way. So until we get a receiver to step up, that'll help take coverages off of Kelce because now it's fully just zoned in on him as well. Man, Pacheco has been so fun to watch this year. Now, I know this is early, but I'm going to mark it that because he had a touchdown. That's been, 4 games in a row now where he has, looked, okay, I got the hang of this NFL thing now. I'm ready to be one of the great running backs in this league. That would be so crucial. Mahomes hasn't had a back like that since Kareem Hunt. And we know how fun those days were. And I believe Pacheco can be way better than Kareem Hunt. He's still got a lot untapped talent. So it's going to be fun to watch with him going through this year. What a great way to start the game. Even though the defense looked shaky on that first play, to get the fumble is huge. And then to go get a touchdown as well. A lot of people go after Justin Reed, but Justin Reed is the type of defender. He may not get the interceptions, but he likes to lay the wood, and it worked there perfectly. Okay, we're back from commercial break. This should be where Bucker kicks off to the Vikings. This is Pacheco's third consecutive game with a touchdown, and that's the first time in his career. Of course, it's a young career, but I find it so great that I think Reed is finally starting to appreciate the talent that Pacheco has. And the kickoff is underway, and it was kicked out of the end zone. And Kirk Cousins is coming onto the field. I would love to see, I know we got a fumble, so I'm not going to be too greedy, but I think if you guys have paid attention to my channel, I would love to see an interception this game. I want to see one of these young defenders make a play. We already seen it with Justin Reed. Let's keep it going. L'Jarius Sneed is, that was a fumble snap, but quick pickup. Justin Reed laid the hammer, but Madison still picked up 6. That went so quickly, I was going to list off all the defenders, and they just snapped out right away. I think they're trying to play fast pace right now. I mean, in the Vikings lineup, they got skill players everywhere. McDuffie on the blitz. Drew Tranquil. If he was a little bit faster, it may have been a pick, but solid blitz by McDuffie. He forced that error throw. He actually blitzed Sneed too, but McDuffie got home. What a play by McDuffie. Such a young, solid stud for this defense. Come on, 3rd and 3. Don't let him pick it up. Get there, D-line. That was a solid catch by Hawkinson because Justin Reed had his arm in there, and it looked like he was going to drop it, but he didn't. So that's a first down for the Vikings. It was a pickup of about 5. Raymond, it's good to see you in the chat. Hey, your Lions are doing good this year. Got a big W against us to start the season. Hey, I'm hoping we could pull this victory out for y'all as well and for us. Quick pass to Jefferson. Sneed fell. McDuffie with a solid ankle tackle. That's a pickup of about 4, maybe 5. Okay, 2nd and 6. That was a pickup of 4. On the top of the screen, L'Jarius Sneed will be covering Justin Jefferson. Blitz. Sneed. Bad hand placement. He thought the ball was going high, was going to swat it. Justin Jefferson makes hell of a catch still. That's a first down. And Brian Cook, he was playing over the top too. So Spags knows their main target's Jefferson. Go figure. You got to have all eyes on him. Quick pass to KJ Osborne. That's a tackle for a loss. Great play by Joshua Williams and Brian Cook.
Never collapsed and a loss on the guard on that play. Let's talk about key matchups in this game.
Well, Steve, really this year stands out on tape as being travel guard the other team's best receiver. You look right there, 0 touchdowns, 2 passes defense. I mean, it's really hard to go against him. Problem is, you're going against maybe the top receiver, top 2 in the game.
Yep, he's still traveling. I wonder if he's going to travel with Justin Jefferson all game. And actually, no, it's Joshua Williams now on Jefferson. Interesting. Madison with the handoff. Bring him down. Yeah, that was a good run by Madison. Pick up about 6 or 7. Makes it 3rd and short. 3rd and manageable.
Alexander Madison, they both did for nice games.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference last week against the Panthers. He had 95 yards, 17 to the offense looked in rhythm, stayed in phase, and you bring in like a camp.
Teresa, with that, it's an interesting matchup. Pick your poison, honestly. I would have probably put McDuffie, but I'm not opposed to having Snead. Snead's a bigger cornerback, not huge, but bigger than McDuffie. Jefferson's going to get what he's going to get. You just got to contain him, and hopefully he doesn't expose your defense. That's the best way I could phrase that. What a play by Snead all over KJ Osborne to force the 4th and 5.
And it's not the way incomplete. Now what do you do?
Do they go for it? And it was actually McDuffie in on the slot on Jefferson. L'Jarius Snead was draped all over KJ Osborne. That was a great play. They're going for it, 4th and 5. This could be a huge tone center for the defense. This could be sneaky. He could throw it to Hawkinson. All eyes are on Jefferson. Joshua Williams slipped. And it was Addison for the first down, pickup of like 8. Brian Cook with the stop. Vikings got the weapons. That's all I can say. I've been saying it. You got to guard the whole field with this team. And it was a beautiful route by Jordan Addison. He had Joshua Williams skating. First and 10 on the 32. Minnesota driving. Handoff. Madison. Madison still fighting. Blow the whistle. Tranquil held them up for a good 5 seconds. So they're just going to keep it going. Hey, I let him play, right?
Is that defensive holding there, Jim? Usually it's a hold on the offense, but it looked like he might have pulled it down.
Oh, are they going to call defensive holding? That's rare.
Not something you see that often.
They really did. It was defensive holding on Tashawn Wharton. That gives the Vikings automatic first down. Where's it at? It looks like he was the one being held, if anything. It didn't look like Wharton was holding. Interesting. Chanel. Mr. Death Row himself with the sack. No one touched Chanel. That forces a second and about 17. Okay, beautiful. I think Chanel has been still playing like the best linebacker on this team this year. He has had that huge second-year jump. And one thing he excels in is those kind of scenarios right there. Get after the quarterback. 2nd and 17. Jefferson in motion. Quick screen to Madison. I think that was a pickup of like 10. Makes it 3rd and 8 or something like that. And that's what they were just trying to do. Yep, pickup of 10 makes it 3rd and 7. All right, come on, defense. Play stout. Joshua Williams is on Addison again. Top of your screen. is Osborne and Sneed, and in the slot is McDuffie and Jefferson. And Hawkinson just dropped it. It was a hard catch, but he dropped it. This should be a field goal. I don't think they go for it on 4th and 7. They might.
Field goal unit trying to put their first points of the season on the board in the first quarter. And you see
That's that bend but don't break defense. Hawkinson should have had that though. But hey, I'll take anything they give us. Yep, Minnesota Vikings kicker Greg Joseph is on the field to attempt this field goal. Should be a gimme. A 40-yarder. And it is good. That'll bring the score to 7-3 with 4 minutes and 2 seconds left in the first quarter. So not bad by the defense. Not the prettiest thing, but bend but don't break. Don't allow the touchdown, and I can live with that. Pull this up again. I'm hoping the offense stays humming, kind of like last week, but a little longer. Keep doing your first quarter momentum. I think the first drive was very successful. Mahomes took what the defense gave him, and then when he wanted to take a shot, he looked downfield for a guy like Travis Kelce. Didn't come up with the catch, but good coverage. So keep finding those plays. Minnesota will allow it.
No need for a family plan. Just one line of wireless on the Vikings network, $25 a month every month.
Burger King got there. Burger King's taken over where McDonald's dropped off when, what did McDonald's used to have? The snack wrap. Now Burger King got their own snack wrap. All right, now we're back from commercial break. Minnesota is just underway to kick it. Probably to Montreal, Washington, I believe. And it'll probably be outside the end zone as usual. Uh-oh. They got the sign. Wow. It's that crazy? Minnesota Vikings even created Swiftie jerseys. She's not at this game. Trust me, they would have showed her by now. And I'm okay with it. I can actually watch a football game today. The kickoff is underway, and Montreal, Washington will not return this. It's outside of the end zone. All right, offense, keep doing what you're doing. All right, the Chiefs are taking the field. Mahomes is in shotgun. Kelsey's in motion. It's a handoff to Allaire. Allaire breaks it outside. I don't know why. Well, he picked up more than I thought he was going to pick up. He picked up 2. I thought he was going to lose like 2. I don't know why Clyde Edwards-Helaire likes to break it out. He doesn't work to his strengths. You don't got the speed to be breaking it out like that. Just go up the middle. All right, 2nd and 8. Kelsey's back in motion again. Quick pass to Kelsey. Moves those hips. Picks up about 6. It'll be 3rd and 2. You bring Pacheco in here. You got to bring Pacheco in here. I can't tell. Oh, they're just in shotgun straight up. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, it's McKinnon. Kelsey's in motion. They kind of look confused. It should be a screen pass to McKinnon. Kadarius Toney. Great catch by Toney. That's 2 solid catches by Toney in this game where he's broken off the first defender. Pick up of probably like 10. Maybe Toney will be the breakout wide receiver today. Good solid catch. Good spin off the defender and good holding onto the ball. 44 really tried to strip that out of him. Ups, and there's an injury on the Minnesota Vikings. I can't tell who it is. That'll take us to a commercial break. It's funny, we all talk about wide receivers we want to see break out, and I think we get lost and don't zone in on Kadarius Toney anymore because all the injuries that unfortunately take place. But he can still put a solid game together, and off of those 2 first steps or catches, he got that twitch still. He may be getting close to 100% healthy, if not 100% healthy, and that can be a threat for this Chiefs offense. So while we focus in on guys like Rashee Rice, Justin Ross, Sky Moore, like they mentioned all offseason, Kadarius Toney was the quote-unquote number 1 wide receiver. Hey, maybe it's time for him to prove that worth as well. I'm still surprised. It looks like the Kansas City Chiefs are doing what Kansas City normally does. It's hard to get kind of Andy Reid out of his ways. We haven't seen Rashee Rice in the game. This was the first time I've seen Jerick McKinnon in the game, but it was on a pass pro on third and 4. And then we haven't seen Justin Ross either. You can't break him out of his habits, but he is one of the best coaches in the NFL, if not best coaches. So it's hard to question him, but I would just love to see these players in the game. Yeah, Teron, as you mentioned as well, Pirine, I think he's active too, isn't he? Like, get him out there. Or is he on the practice squad? Either so. I think he just provides much more of an initial burst and a better option as a back than CEH. I really do. He showed it to us in preseason. But preseason is preseason. And as you mentioned with Kadarius Toney as well, yeah, his legs look fresh. He looks like Kadarius Toney. I want to see him get the ball more in this game and see what he can do because he's looking good so far. And of course, we got Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield. It's play action though. Mahomes is sacked. That left side collapsed. Donovan Smith and Joe Tooney. You don't see that often, but they did. And I don't know what CEH was doing. It looks like he went out for a pass. I feel like he was supposed to chip one of those guys. And Kelsey was open too. Toney could have been open too. That was one-on-one. That's a chance I would have loved to take. Mahomes just didn't get the time. 2nd and long now. I think that's Justin Ross in the slot. Okay. He's going to him. That'll get Chiefs Kingdom hype. On 2nd and 17, Justin Ross picks up 18. Play the dude. One-on-one. He said, jump ball, take it. That's what I want to see. Mahomes knew it. He knew he had the side on the outside. Kelsey's in motion. Oh, I'm hyped. I don't know why Alaire's in the game. God damn it. That's just such a drive killer, man. Pacheco's picking up 3 to 5 yards on that. CEH is too slow for that. See? Kelsey even was pissed. Where's Pacheco? Rashee Rice is in the game. There you go. Get these young guys in here. Why is Clyde Edwards-Helaire in here? Am I missing something? Mahomes got all day. Throws it. Rashee Rice picks up 5. What'd I tell you, though? What a good step back. Good step back by Rashee Rice. But every time Rashee Rice is in the game, Mahomes looks his way. I think that's his favorite target. I really believe it. And now he's out of the game. It's 3rd and 5. There's Pacheco on the sideline. Oh, they're letting the first quarter go. Okay. Let's not overreact. I was like, I saw Justin Ross, I saw Rashee Rice, and I saw Pacheco on the sideline. I'm like, top options there on 3rd and 5. You better get their asses out on the field. Okay, that was the end of the first quarter. We're headed on to the second. Let's go. All in all, very solid by both sides for the Kansas City Chiefs on both the defense and offense. And the offense looks like they're trying to get in rhythm here. That's promising. Don't do what you did against the Jets, though. Second quarter, don't escape. I need to see you still humming. Offense hopefully gets a touchdown this drive. This is a big 3rd down here. Definitely for Minnesota Vikings offense, who, you held to a field goal. Like I mentioned, they just got so many weapons. They will score their points. Chiefs offense, you need to score yours. Right, Micah Teresa, that was a beautiful catch by Justin Ross. And Mahomes knew it right away. He knew, hey, I got Ross going outside one-on-one. I ain't looking nowhere else. I want to see if this kid can make a play. And he made a play on 2nd and 17. That is the kind of plays that will get him on the football field more. I don't think, Teresa, that's why the Chiefs are using CEH. I just think that's how Coach Reid operates. I really believe he wants to give every back his touches. It's kind of like how he does with the receiving core as well. There's 7 receivers, he rotates them out. And it's hard for the receivers and running backs to get into a rhythm. He doesn't just solely focus on one guy, which can kind of bite the Chiefs in the ass. Like, if you focus on Pacheco, we saw it last week, he will go ham. But when you give him 3 carries, and then bring CEH in for another 3, and then Jerick McKinnon, it's hard to get into rotation and rhythm. The same with the receivers. I wish sometimes he would commit, specifically in the running back room, when you know Isaiah Pacheco is head over heel better than everyone else on that roster. All right, 3rd and 4. Sky Moore on the top of the screen. Justin Watson in the slot with Travis Kelce and MVS on the top. Jerick McKinnon. What a move by McKinnon. What a move. That's how the Chiefs should do it. I feel like it's so difficult for them to do it, but Pacheco's your every down back until it gets to 3rd down. You bring McKinnon in, and then he's your dual threat. Will he run it? Will he catch it? Who knows? But he'll get you the first. I don't think the only time I would like to see CEH on the field is just in pass blocking, because he has gotten better at that. But if he's in the game right now, speak of it, so he's probably going to get the ball. And yes, he does. And what do you know? He picked up a yard. So frustrating, man. You have a good game like that on 3rd and 4 where McKinnon makes a great play to pick up 11. And then CEH comes in and gets a yard. That kills momentum in my eyes. I just think there's way too many pieces moving on this offense. And why isn't Pacheco in the game? I'm so confused. Kelsey was making moves but picked up like 4. It makes it another 3rd and 4. 3rd and 5, actually. I don't know if Kelsey was hurt. It looked like he grabbed his back a little bit. Rashee Rice is in the game. Rashee Rice and MVS on one side, Watson in the slot. Of course, my TV wants to freeze with connection, so that's beautiful. Oh, now we get to the spinning circle of death. 3rd and 5. McKinnon in at back. Oh, Mahomes gets away. Oh, Mahomes, what were you doing? You had MVS. He just panicked and just slung it out of the end zone. It looked like he had MVS, or he had the first with his legs. Did MVS run a route and give up? He did stop. Mahomes saw his momentum, and Scantling kept going, but then he stopped. MVS, another blunder. That's disappointing. That could have been a touchdown drive. Instead, it's a field goal. But it brings it to 10-3. I feel like Mahomes, if MVS didn't give up on that, would have been a touchdown. Or Mahomes, if he decided to commit with his legs, would have picked up the 4. That sucks how that drived in, but still points, I guess. Let's get to the... Yeah, Toronto, you do make a good point. I mean, the running back position is so hard, and I feel like no matter what team it is, this is such a long season, so injuries are bound to happen specifically in that room. My only thing with that is you don't have to run them as much as you're doing then now. Like, just run Pacheco, just run Jerick McKinnon, and then if injury does happen, you have someone to fall back on. But they're running him too much for my liking where he's not even doing much with the football. Now, if he was doing something even on an inconsistent basis, I could be pleased with it. But right now, I'm struggling to find the happiness. Yeah, that's very valid as well, Teron, that you mentioned, like, you knew right away when that play was called and it was snapped and Mahomes saw it was one-on-one. He's like, I'm going to give this kid a shot because we've been practicing this. And he is good in jump ball situations. Practice made it look beautiful in the game. And that was such a sight to see. It was beautiful. It really was. Yeah, Kelsey did. He didn't look hurt, but he did look hurt. Like when he got up, he saw his hand go on his back. And he was like, okay, let me catch my breath. And I don't know if that's going to be concerning. We'll definitely see on this next possession going forward on offense if he comes back out. All right, we're back from commercial break. There is 12 minutes and 46 seconds left in the second quarter. The Kansas City Chiefs are getting set to kick it off to the Vikings. And Bucker's kickoff is underway, and it is kicked out of the end zone. The Vikings will start on the 25. And Kirk Cousin and company is set to take the field. Hopefully the defense, I would love a 3-and-out. I'd love a turnover. There's just so many weapons for the Vikings. I think that's what's scariest. I want to try to bite my tongue here, but I think this is the most loaded offense the Chiefs have played this year. That could be a rich take, a hot take, but just because they're 1-3 doesn't mean they don't have weapons. Play action, quick pass, wide open, Justin Jefferson, pickup of 10. And there's a flag because it's probably a late throwdown on Reed. There was no whistle called, but they're going to throw the flag. There probably was a whistle called. I probably just didn't hear it. Yep. You can't do that. Sorry, Justin Reed. You just can't do that. That gives him another 15 yards. Sucks because Justin Reed's playing a really good game today, but you can't do that, even if it's a tone setter. And L'Jarius Sneed got burned, but also it's zone defense, so you expect your guy like Justin Reed to be there in coverage. So now the Vikings are in enemy territory. It's a handoff to Akers. What a tackle by Naughty. Akers hit that hole hard, and he looked like he was an angry man on a mission. And Derek Naughty has been playing great this year. He really has. Good tackle by Willie Gay. If he doesn't make that, Hawkinson probably has the first breaking that tackle. There is a flag, though, in the secondary. And Sneed is going to get called. Illegal contact on Justin Jefferson from Sneed. I guess Kansas City is just going to let the Vikings march downfield with these penalties. I don't know if I call that. Jefferson leaned too far. His hand was on him, but Jefferson sold it. That was just a good sell job by Jefferson, if anything. Hawkinson's in motion. Good tackle by McDuffie. Did not let Akers get a head of steam rolling on that one. Okay, we got 2nd and 8. Defense, we need another turnover, guys. Let's get this turnover. Hawkinson's in motion. Play action. What a tackle by Willie Gay on Akers, I believe. That's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 6. Come on, stop him here. If you don't let him pick up anything, this is at least a long field goal. Oh, Willie Gay is out of the game. Nick Bolton's watching the game. The middle of the field is wide open. Don't get eaten by a slant. That's pass interference on McDuffie. Yep, I saw it. It wasn't even that bad of a pass interference, but the rule is you can't get in his lane, and that's what he did, which is such a... That's 3 penalties on the Chiefs on this drive. Just might as well let the Vikings score a touchdown. Yeah. Yep, unfortunate. It's going to be called, though. It's going to be called.
It's the third penalty.
3 penalties on this drive. That's crucial.
Now you set it down to the 25.
And here's another flag flying in the air.
Third play in a row.
Hopefully it's on the Vikings.
I think you're going to see some frustration. But this is on Steve.
Oh my God.
Big King is upset about the previous call. He took it out on Jefferson.
That's 4 penalties on this drive. They're playing so undisciplined.
On this Chiefs defense this drive. I think this is just the frustration. But watch. 38 is here goes. Whoa.
I get trying to set the tempo and things like that and trying to be the aggressor, but right now you're hurting the team. That's ridiculous. 4 penalties for 36 yards on this drive. The Chiefs defense is granting them just get in the end zone. Chris Jones, that's holding. Yeah. It doesn't matter. That's holding. That's holding. It's coming back. Yeah, he was holding Chris Jones all day. That should be 1 penalty on the Vikings. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, as Teresa and Tehran, as you're mentioning, yeah, these penalties are killing us this drive. And as you mentioned, Tehran, as well, it's like they are playing scared. And I think you just got to come in with the mentality. There was no way you're going to stop Justin Jefferson completely this game. Contain him. But doesn't mean to do dumb stuff like hit him in the face, trying to be the aggressor, trying to make him get phased. It just won't happen. He's the best in the league for a reason. But the Chiefs did get a penalty. Vikings was holding. That's another holding, it looks like. Oh, Justin Reed came with bad intentions on Jordan Addison. And we got an update, Rams. Oh, Puka Nacua with the touchdown. He's still getting involved, even with Cooper Kupp in the game. Okay, 2nd and 20. They're going to do something short to make it 3rd and manageable. Don't let them get to 3rd and manageable. Damn. This defense is playing like crap this drive. What did I say? Don't get it to 3rd and manageable. 1, defensive line, no pressure whatsoever. And Kirk Cousins was able to scramble and find Addison wide open. Just let them score the touchdown already. Goodness, like, no defense is going to hold up that long if the offensive line is giving that much time. Jefferson's in motion. Oh, KJ Osborne made a... That should have been a touchdown. He just stumbled or something, but it's 4th and 4. Oh, and they're just going to kick the field goal. Wow, that's surprising. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Miscommunication, if anything. It went behind Osborne. Well, Kansas City could catch a break here. I don't want to say nothing either because a penalty can give them a 1st down here. So hopefully it's just a field goal. And it is. 10-6. Okay. Ugly drive by the Chiefs defense, but what has been their motto? Bend but don't break. And even though they allowed 4 penalties on the drive, The biggest penalty was the holding on Chris Jones, which backed the Vikings up, and they could not get the first down since then. Settle for a field goal, make it 10-6. Let's get to this. I see y'all going back and forth in this chat.
State Farm is there. Explore endless design possibilities.
I don't think Justin Reed is fake tough. I think he's really a hard hitter. I think what gets mixed up in all of it is sometimes he cannot be an accurate hard hitter, which he can whiff, which makes it look like, okay, what are we doing here? I think when he's laid the wood a couple times a day, he caused the forced fumble that Brian Cook recovered. I just think if he, what's the word I'm looking for? If he adjusts and gets his craft down with it, I think he can be a very, very physical defender in this league, and it could be beneficial for the Chiefs. He won't be anything like Tyrann Mathieu or one of the great ball hawking safeties, but he can be a thumper. And I think that's what Coach Reed and Spagnuolo knew when they brought him into this defense. And Tracy, you're right. He can try to be living up to Honey Badger's legacy because it's a hard legacy to live up to. Badger came in, brought that championship swagger, and made this a Super Bowl defense right away. Oh, hold up. We got some action here. Okay, that should knock all that off. I think I caught it, Micah. It was a little too late, but I think I was able to catch it. Hopefully, I removed the user, but I don't think I did it in time. I don't know how these moderators do it. Gotta give them kudos. They're on it where they never appear. I literally see it in a second, and I got like 100 messages popping up. But yes, and what you guys are saying on offense as well. Hey, get Rashee Rice in the game more and get Justin Ross. They both had catches. They both look good. Get them more involved. And also, we saw Kadarius Toney. He looked like he has fresh legs. Let's see what he can do. Let's see him shake and bake and have fun. All right, we're back to the game. Minnesota's getting ready to kick off. And they do. Is this returnable? No, it's not. It's out of the end zone. All right, offense. If you get a touchdown here and make it 17-6, that would be lovely. That would be great. Get Pacheco back in the game as well. That would be great, and he is. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Sky Moore top of the screen. Kadarius Toney in motion. Play action. Good. It's... Oh, did that hit the ground? Damn. Mahomes is hurt. Shit. Yeah. Oh, he grabbed his calf, and hopefully that's not his Achilles. Oh, it's twisted ankle. It's always that ankle. I always got to be concerned with Mahomes. Damn. My goodness. Mahomes has just been getting banged up this season. Why? Mahomes is hurt. Keep Pacheco out there. I know it's 3rd and 6. This is nuts. I guess because Jet McKinnon's good in pass protection, but can Mahomes step up? I guess so. That hit Watson right in the hands. I think Watson was surprised by it because that looked like it was going to be a pick, if anything. But if Watson catches it, that's a huge pickup. Here we go. Inconsistent Chiefs offense for the struggle again. I thought it was gonna be picked too, but that literally hit Watson right in the hand, and he didn't anticipate it. That was perfect placement on that ball. Hate to see the first punt of the game like that. How are you gonna throw? I understand the penalties, man. I hate that penalty. I really do, because one, the returner ran into 31. He didn't run into him. That sucks. That it's always called. That's frustrating. Now we get a fair catch interference just because the returner was. I get it, but yeah, Teron, he is the best in pass pro. He really is. But my concern was, damn, is he going to be the most effective? And if you're going to give him the ball, definitely with Mahomes' injury, that was my concern. I didn't know if Mahomes can actually stretch the field and put pressure on his leg, but he can. It was just my concern. The Rumbler, I do not know what you're talking about, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was bad ball skills by those number 5, whoever that was, because he jumped up and I'm like, oh, that's a pick. And for the fact it still hit Watson's left hand, I was like, oh, okay. Watson could have made a play on that probably still. Micah, I feel like that's what we've been preaching for so long. Is like, let's start rotating these guys out. Like, I feel like the ones that are on the bench more frequently, with the Pachecos, with the Tonys, with the Rashee Rice, with Justin Ross, they have your highest potential. And we're still running out guys like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, MVS, Justin Watson. I feel like that hurts us more than anything. Yeah, I'm curious. I want to see P. Ryan out there as well. I want to see what he's about. Kind of like what we say about Justin Ross. We see the potential with P. Ryan, but we don't know what it can be until he gets an NFL action. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. I don't think it could be worse than CEH, who's only giving you 1 yard a carry. I think he can be more explosive than that. That sucks. They couldn't do anything on that drive. Defense got to come back out after a short series. This is what exactly happened against the Jets, where offense stalls, go 3 and out, and the defense has to come back against an offense that can move the ball on you. Hopefully they still can get in a rhythm.
Now the owners of the Vikings, the funders, are at the city. Put a smile for this one is today. They're a 1-3 team in this beautiful stadium. Downtown Minneapolis. We were here for the game last year. It was a pleasant day for the Vikings baseball.
All right. Vikings take over almost damn near midfield at the 43. Handoff to Madison. Naughty and Tranquil are there for a pickup of 1. Come on, defense. To keep you momentum going, you're going to be the one that helps this offense out more than anything. All right, 2nd and 8. That was a pickup of 2. TJ Hawkinson's in motion. Chris Jones. How do you not touch him? He was free up the middle for a huge sack. That brings up 3rd and long. He has a sack in every game he's played in this year.
Hold out hope for this force right here. I mean, this, I thought it was a screen initially. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, with Jones coming free like that, you would think that was a screenplay. He literally just made a swap move and, hi, Kirk, I'm here. All right, 3rd and 15. You can't give this up. Come on, don't give this up. They damn near did. Hawkinson for a pickup of 14. Yeah, now it's 4th and 1. The Chiefs do this shit every time. 4th and 2. This is nuts. Are they really punting? Hold up, I will get to the chat, but there's no way you're really punting right here. That's nuts. I would go for this, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a fake punt. I could be wrong, but I'd be happy if they punt it away. I knew it was a fake. Yep, and he got it. I knew it was a fake. It was too obvious. Everybody knew it but the Chiefs. Go figure. Guess what? That's what happens. The Chiefs suck on fake punts. Teron, thank you for the super chat, man. I really appreciate that. Let me get to that long season. We have the team to work all out. Fun to watch this. It really is like a reality TV show. I think we tune in every season, and I think it gets us by the strings, pulls our hearts. It's funny. Who posted it on social media? Someone said, let me get through this play and then I'll get through the thought. But play action by Kirk. Jefferson drops an easy pass. But there was a post on X, Twitter, whatever you call it, that the Kansas City Chiefs are the less stressful team to watch in the NFL. Who they survey? Just because they win games doesn't mean I'm stressed and almost having a heart attack every weekend. That's not a valid poll. All right, 2nd and 10. That was a drop by Justin Jefferson. Powell's in motion. It is a reverse to Powell, and Powell got the first. It's the thing that sucks with this defense. It really is. This is going to be another prime example of what I tend to mention is once they lose momentum and the offense gains momentum, for example, a fake punt, Kansas City doesn't know how to capitalize, and the offense needs to pick up that momentum again. Happens all the time. All the time. Happened against the Lions. I think, what was the other game it happened against? But it happens. When the defense loses momentum, they struggle. It's downhill. We all knew that was a fake punt too, and that's the sad part about it. And one, his lineman stopped him in the backfield, and he was still able to get out to the outside. And Kansas City still was not there. 1st and 10 for the Vikings on the 22, almost in the red zone. Handoff to Madison. Madison breaks a couple tackles. Madison's a tough runner. He gets it in the red zone. It's a pickup of about 4. They're down on the 19. It's 2nd and 6. KJ Osborne is in motion. Joshua Williams looks like he's going to blitz. What a first initial stop by Mike Edwards and Felix. Dike Uzama with the cleanup in the backfield. This should make it 3rd and 9. Again, Kansas City, stop them. They have been giving up the 3rd and longs. They're playing fast, Minnesota. They're looking for the quick pass. KJ Osborne in motion. McDuffie in coverage. Kirk Cousins changing the play up. One-on-one, Snead and Jefferson. And it's 2-minute warning. All that for nothing. But this is huge. If you stop them here, have them settle for a field goal, of course, if you don't allow any yards. Because if you get it to fourth and manageable, Minnesota's going for it. Make this 10-9. You get the ball back, score, and then you get the ball back after halftime. This could be a different game. Let's do this. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. I really don't. I remember Dave Tobe used to be, oops. How many of y'all do I gotta be blocking in the chat like that? Okay, they're out. Goodness, they be popping in quick with like 8 messages in a row. But yeah, I don't know what happened with Dave Tobe. I really don't. I remember when he first came into Kansas City from Chicago, everyone's like, oh, he is going to be one of the hot head coaching candidates in the future. And then these last couple seasons, man, our special teams has not been looking really great whatsoever. And that's been frustrating. Let's get back to here. I got to go through all that nonsense. Yeah, Toronto, as you mentioned as well, man, Mike Edwards, he has been a huge addition. I think he's playing the perfect role, honestly. Everyone was like, oh, he got exposed last year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But a lot of people don't realize, like, he was a ball hawk with the Buccaneers, and he was a playmaker, and he was doing his thing. And then, yes, last year was a hard season, but, man, it was such a bigger playbook for him to grasp. Now the Chiefs have him at a limited snap count with a smaller play package. He will excel, and we have seen it for the last few weeks. Yeah, Teresa, we need to learn how to stop him on third down because every time it's third and long, we either give it up or we make it third and manageable, and teams are like, oh, we can go for it on fourth now. The Chiefs always do good on first and second down, but when it becomes third down, it's like, uh-oh, here comes a heartache. And speaking of third downs, we're at the 2-minute warning, and it is 3rd and 9. Spags, bring the pressure. Come on, Chris Jones. He's on the edge, too. Joshua Williams on KJ Osborne in motion. And look at that. That's a touchdown, if anything. This team is abysmal on third down. It's pathetic. Why even try on first and second down? Now Minnesota, if they're smart, run as much clock as you can so Kansas City doesn't get to see the ball till half. And hopefully they hope they can score. They play such shit defense on third down. The Chiefs call the timeout. Yep, Cook just fell for that. Young mistakes. And Kansas City used their first timeout. Well, Minnesota, if they're smart, they should just run Madison and force Kansas City to use all their timeouts. Powell's in motion. And there's going to be another Kansas City timeout. That was a quick reverse to Powell, pickup of a yard. Cook on the tackle. All it takes is Justin Jefferson is going to... The Vikings are going to be smart here. I really believe it. They're going to force Chiefs to use all their timeouts, and then Justin Jefferson's going to make a DB look stupid with some beautiful footwork for a touchdown. And then they're up 13-10. Chiefs got to drive the ball with no timeouts. I mean, at least they get the ball at half, right?
Cousins, round two. Snap it, the 12th play of this drive. They had 2 third-down conversions and a 4th-down conversion to land at the Chiefs' 5-yard line.
Snead is on Jefferson on the outside. KJ Osborne's in motion. Joshua Williams in coverage. And play action. There it is. Touchdown. That's Jordan Addison, though. I wouldn't have done that if I was Minnesota. I would have forced Kansas City to use another timeout. But, hey, so Kansas City will get the ball back with 1 timeout and 1:39 left. And Jordan Addison, such a start to his rookie year. I've been seeing him make plays like each and every week, it seems like. He's been that great Adam Thielen replacement for this Minnesota Vikings offense. And that is 13-10. The Vikings up with 1:39. Again, this has been another game where we haven't seen anything spectacular from the Chiefs offense yet again. So hopefully that can change in this 2-minute drill. Literally, if you could score a touchdown here, knowing Reed, he'll probably get field goal range, tie it up, and then you get the ball at half and another touchdown. Man, play aggressive. This is your 2-for-1 scenario. If I can score, you can score, and you get the ball at half again and score. I hope that happens. We rarely see it happen, but I hope that's the case. Yeah, that was an energy-driving, killing drive for the defense, as you mentioned, Teron. Like, I think back-to-back as well. The previous one was just frustration, even though they just allowed a field goal. But all those penalties, those were killers. And then now this back on the field as well. This Kansas City Chiefs offense isn't doing them any favors by going 3 and out. It hurt them against the Jets, and now it's hurting them here again. I hope they can get a touchdown. I just want to see something good from this offense right here. I really do.
This past Tuesday, the Vikings hosted a youth football clinic at their training facility for children affected by cancer. Either personally or within their immediate families, the kids spent the day running through drills alongside Vikings players. Well done by the Vikings organization. Interacting with the community, those who need a boost.
Okay. The kickoff is about underway. You got the Vikings fan doing their skull chant. They're feeling the momentum back. Hopefully Mahomes can end that before halftime. Teron, I'm with you completely there. Yeah, hopefully they don't turn the ball over. We see Mahomes in this situation where he can be clutch, but we also seen where he could force the football as well and turn the ball over inside 2 minutes. So hopefully we get the positive. And that's kicked out of the end zone. They're showing Kelsey, who really hasn't done much of anything today. And if you ask me so far this season, his best game so far this season was 6 catches, 70 yards. I thought this would be the matchup. Unfortunately, it has not been. We haven't heard much from the receivers either. We've seen light. We've seen some positives, but no consistency. Hopefully that changes. Let's have it here. Quick pass to Kelsey, pickup of 9. They're playing fast tempo. Mahomes looks like he's moving well on his ankle. That's positive. McKinnon is in strictly pass protector here. TV froze up on me. There we go. Travis Kelce again. Travis Kelce just tore his Achilles, I believe. Why did he fall on his own? He had to tear his Achilles. Yeah, he tore his Achilles. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. That didn't look good. He walked off on his own, but I tell you what, that is not a good injury. I don't like that. Kelce should be out for the rest of this game, but yeah, he fell on his own. It was like the not Aaron Rodgers, but you can see when he planted on turf, you could see, I didn't see his calf, but you could tell it gave out on him. And I don't know if that's the one he hurt early in the year, but yeah, that's not good. I think it could be his Achilles. He's walking on it. Did Watson catch that? Mahomes could have ran for the first down, but I'm kind of lost in this game now because that's not a catch. That's not a catch. That's not a catch. Unfortunately, it's not. Toronto, I don't think it matters how you pronounce it. I think even Kels, whatever you say, they all said, hey, it doesn't matter nowadays. You could call him whatever you want to call him. I don't think this is a catch, but I could be wrong. It looks like I know he's a warrior, but he doesn't look happy. He knows something happened. I don't believe this is a catch, but I don't think that's a catch, guys. I don't. I don't think that's a catch, unfortunately. It makes it 4th and 1. I hope it's a catch, Toronto. I really do. But I think once the ball hits his hand, I think that left foot actually lifts up. I could be wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. And another thing that's also with it as well is it conclusive? If it's not, they called it a catch on the field. So it'd be hard for them to overturn it. It sucks about Kelce. You can tell how pissed he is. I hope it's a minor calf injury, but man, he was able to walk on it, but adrenaline, man, it could be something. It's crazy. I don't think he would. Kelce looks in the same typical shape as he normally does, which honestly isn't ever miraculous. He's not that Gronkowski body type. But even if it's like a torn Achilles, you can be in the best shape. It's all about, oh, they gave it to him. Now what are we doing? Are they still reviewing it? Because I'm. So, okay, was that a catch thing? Okay. Yeah, I can't, like I said, it was probably not conclusive. I'm glad it was a catch. Hey, Noah Gray season. Kelsey's still walking, but he's limping. But Rodgers was walking after his Achilles injury too as well, so.
I've been watching him since he hobbled off, and I can tell you he immediately just threw his helmet down in frustration. He tried to walk it off, he went to the bench, he spoke with head athletic trainer Rick Burkholder, tried to walk it off again, could
Damn.
pointing to that right foot, and as you saw,
That sucks. This is going to be a shot in the end zone. What was that? Oh, timeout called. I have a bad feeling. I don't want to be the Debbie Downer, but I feel like Kelsey's season's over. Delay a game. Okay. He definitely won't be playing next week, that's for sure, if it's even a calf injury, because we play on Thursday. They do got one timeout, but 7 seconds. You don't want to force the ball. I think they're bringing Bucker out.
Here's the injury earlier for Kelsey. We've done enough games.
He went right for that hill. They're replaying Kelsey's injury, and you can see when he fell, he tried to grab his heel, which is his Achilles. Ah. I don't know what happened with it said I had a broadcasting error. If anything, I may have to restart a new stream, unfortunately, because I'm not seeing where it's picking up on this one, and I'm not even letting me stop this one either. I don't know what's going on here. Oh wait, hold up, it may have picked up. I'm hoping, hopefully this is a good sign to go. Hopefully. I do not know what happened there. I really don't. I was talking about Travis Kelce, and then I looked at my phone and it said, oh, you have a broadcasting error. Do you want to reconnect? And I was like, yeah, I didn't even know I had that issue. I thought we were moving forward and we were good to go. So hopefully it'll start letting you guys come back in the chat. Let me know if everything looks good. If not, I may have to restart a new stream. That was weird. I never had that happen to me. But let's see, I gotta reset that now. Hopefully get this back on the board. Gotta get that all reset. Okay, hopefully the scoreboard appears for everyone there. The Chiefs did tie it up at 13-13. That's a positive. That'll let me know too. I see the screen popped up. I think this is live going again. But I don't see the scoreboard popping up. That's interesting. Maybe it's just a little lagging behind. We'll find out here shortly. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, you guys. I really don't know what happened there. I was literally talking, and then I looked down at my phone because I felt it vibrate, and I was like, oh, you lost connection. I was like, oh, that's cool. But the Chiefs did go into halftime. Bucker did drill a field goal. It's tied up at 13-13. Of course, the big thing now is Travis Kelce. It looks like it's a big injury we may have to be concerned about. I don't want to speculate, but when you see a non-contact injury like that, first thing everyone's going to point to and look at is the Achilles. And that's huge. It's a crucial injury. It takes him out for a year. That's, of course, going to be the topic of conversation throughout the week. He was definitely very, very frustrated. You could see him slamming his helmet. He tried to give it a go, running on the side. Just, it wasn't happening. And he's in the locker room now getting x-rayed. I expect him to come back negative because you don't really find much in an x-ray when it's a torn ligament or muscle. It'll be an MRI, so we won't know the full results until tomorrow. That's cool. Yeah, thank you, Teresa. I didn't know what was happening there. Literally, I was just rambling, talking my normal stuff, and then I looked at my phone. I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." I guess I was out for a minute. Man, but yeah, someone's going to have to step up. And now you look going further and even into this game, if you thought the receiving game had questions, they're going to be bigger now. Who do you zone in on? Because it's going to be Noah Gray season probably, or it's going to be, yeah, you need to play Rashee Rice. You need to play Justin Ross. You need to play these guys. Someone needs to fill in those shoes, which is going to be damn near impossible. Okay, and now they're showing highlights right now. Bengals, Cardinals. Bengals are up on the Cardinals 24-14. No surprise. I did expect this to be a little bit competitive because Cardinals have been competitive this year, no matter people said they're trash though. Eagles and Rams. 17-14, Eagles are on top. Puka Nacua with the big touchdown. Cooper Kupp, he's back too. 6 catches, 96 yards. And of course, they're highlighting the tush push. That has been the key speculation through the end of last year and this year. And the Eagles have perfected that. And what you're going to see on social media, and correct me if I'm wrong, I probably am right. Now everyone's going to talk about the turf took out another top talented star. And if that's the case with Kelce, man, turf is just something else. Teron, you mentioned everything that needs to be corrected, but if 2 things are now at the top of the list, 1, you're right, it's a reality check. What's going on? And then 2, who's Mahomes' new top weapon? And if it's not on the team, you need to make a trade because it could get really ugly if you don't really believe in any of the guys on the roster after Travis Kelce. You're right. But also, too, I think this is perfect time for Noah Gray to see what we really have in him because Noah Gray, he's a promising future tight end in this league, I believe. Is he Travis Kelce? No, he's not. But he has these spurts where you can see, okay, he can be a threat. But you're right. This is time. This is literally which one of you receivers are going to step up. And it's got to be one of them. Or this can be a long season. And I'm not talking about like win losses, but this won't be the typical Kansas City Chiefs offense we're used to. Yeah, Micah, I think if this injury to Kelce doesn't raise the eyebrows to Coach Reed that, hey, we need to get these playmakers on the field, I don't know what will. Like, they got to find a legit weapon. They really, really do. And I'm curious to see how this second half goes because I don't know what the game plan was, but it's not going to have Travis Kelce in here for the second half. So you need to go to plan B. And one thing that is crazy, like really, really crazy to me is that Pacheco did good on the first series, got a touchdown on the first series, and then you take him out for the rest of the game. What happened? You stuck with Jerick McKinnon and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Nothing wrong with Jerick McKinnon, but Pacheco showed what he is capable of last week, and you only kept him in for one series. Coaching is what kills the Kansas City Chiefs more than talent, and that's what I mentioned in my video last week as well, is I don't know if the defense played bad or Spags did not have a good game plan, because that Jets O-line was terrible, and we didn't get any pressure. Kind of the same with this Minnesota Vikings offensive line. It's not great, and Chris Jones has exposed them, but we're not going after them. We're not doing anything special. This defensive game planning has got to adjust as well. Yeah, Charlie, this is not something we want to see. It's been a tough start to Kelsey's season with the injury, and I don't even know if that was on the same leg either with the knee, because you hear that as well. If you're not fully recovered from an injury, it can cause more injuries. And we haven't seen the same Travis Kelce this year. He's been making plays, but like I mentioned to start the stream, he hasn't exploded. He hasn't done anything Travis Kelce like. So if he wasn't fully healthy coming into this game, it may cause this injury as well too.
We'll be back to the start of the second half after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Man, I really hope that's the best case scenario. And I think that gives the Kansas City Chiefs legit time. If Kelce didn't tear his Achilles and it's something where it's 4 to 6 weeks, you could put him on IR. Let's see what this offense has weapon-wise. Let's develop these weapons. That way when Kelce comes back, you have more than Travis Kelce. So it is twofold, like you mentioned, Teron. Anything can happen, but yeah, we got to look at it from each and every perspective too. Charlie, yeah, you're speaking my language. You really are. Pacheco has got to be back in this ball game. You're going to have me say run the damn ball any second now. It's still a game, 13-13. You get the ball back. You can still cause momentum as well if you get a touchdown and show this is still our game to lose or win. So they got to come out in a tone-setting drive. And who better to do that than Isaiah Pacheco, that grown man? Yeah, Micah, this is interesting. And I think this is going to be a topic of conversation each and every week until we see the Kansas City Chiefs offense that we have fallen in love with. And it's weird because for the majority of Eric Bieniemy's tenure with the Kansas City Chiefs, all we heard was Andy Reid is calling the plays. And that's why they look so effective, so efficient, and so explosive. And then now, with Nagy, it doesn't look anything like that. And it would just amaze me if he just handed over play calling duties just like that. I would feel Nagy has the same control that EB has, but we don't really know what happens behind closed doors either. So until we see the Chiefs offense that we love, that's obviously going to be a main focal point for a lot of people too, is what's going on? Why isn't Mahomes clicking? Why aren't these receivers developed? What are we doing? And hopefully that doesn't keep continuing, but it's definitely going to be a key topic of conversation moving forward. That's for sure. Yeah, Teresa, like you mentioned as well, yeah, if it is not a torn Achilles, you can't rush it. And I think that's where the Kansas City Chiefs and Travis Kelce got caught up in. And we praise Kelce for the type of warrior he is. But first initial, wow, Kelce is running back on the field. I don't know what's going on. I would not play him. I really would not. I would not put him out there. Because getting back to my main initial statement, Teresa, that I was going to say, those main initial reports before week 1 was that Travis Kelce had a hyperextended knee. What does that mean? It usually takes, 4 to 6 weeks, and he came back the next week, and now he's out here running again. I know he's a warrior. I know what he can do, but do not jeopardize him. It has been a tough start to this season, and you need him for the long haul. If you can win this game without him, win this game without him. All right, we're back to action. Chat, I will get back to you. I'm just amazed Kelsey is running out here. I hope he. Oh my goodness. I really hope they don't rush him back. But he is strapping his gloves up. Oh my God. We saw Mahomes get briefly injured. We saw Kelsey get briefly injured. I do not know what's going on today. Remember when I said that post said the Chiefs are the less stressful team in the league? We're barely at halftime. My heart rate's got to be above 200 right now. Noah Gray's in motion. 1st and 10, Kansas City. Mahomes takes a sack. Oh, goodness. That's not the way you want to start an offensive series either, is coming out with a sack right away. And what is it, man? Like, I really don't understand it. Are these receivers not getting open? Kadarius Toney gets drilled, so it's 3rd and 18. This is ridiculous. His foot is heavily wrapped. They say he's going to try to give it a go. He won't be out on this series. Man, this is a waste of a drive for the Chiefs. You got Noah Gray out top. You got Justin Watson in the slot. McKinnon as your pass protecting back. All out blitz. Going deep. Watson just mossed Bynum. I thought that was a pick. That's nuts. Mahomes made a I am him throw. And Bynum, yeah, he wasn't really in position to make the pick, but he was. And Watson just, he said, mossed him. That was a nuts. That was an amazing catch by Watson. He's due for one a game. Yeah, Micah, I don't want to know. I don't want to say it's not testing. I just think Reed's done this. He does this with every wide receiver. It's unfortunate. If you look at Coach Reed's resume and his roster, even all the way back then with rookie wide receivers or young wide receivers, he doesn't care the scenario. He's never going to rush a player. And it sucks, no matter how talented they are. Right? Watson really made an I am him catch. Like, that was nuts. That's why he's wide receiver number 1. Hey, that's a hot take. I'm not sold on that either. So don't quote me. I didn't even see Ross in the game, honestly. If you're talking about right after half, I wasn't paying attention. I just saw 2 bad plays. I saw one to Kadarius Toney, and then I saw a sack as well. And if we're going off of the first down play on a sack, that pocket collapsed too quickly. He wasn't going to find anyone, even if it was Ross. And then on the second one, that was all intentions for Kadarius Toney. It was a quick screen pass, hoping to pick up something, and it picked up nothing. And then you got Justin Watson over here acting like he Randy Moss, which is nuts. Yeah, I don't know if Kelsey should come back in this game. 1, I don't like the field. 1, and 2, it's like, man, again, I don't care how much of a warrior he is. And players do that. Mahomes does that as well. You can re-injure something. I don't even know if your knee is fully healthy and your calf and your Achilles is what's making up for him. And look at this dude over here just doing high knees on the sideline. I am so concerned, man. I am so concerned. Pacheco's back in the game. It's 1st and 10 on the 50. Hand off to Pacheco. Pacheco gets twisted up for a pickup of 3 or 4. Even if it's a high ankle sprain, you don't bring him back into this game. I just don't know. You just don't do that. What a catch by Rashee Rice. That was all hands too. It was behind him. Keep him in the game. They take him out, of course. Teron, perfect point. And I'm with you. I'm in that bus with you. We got a long season to go. No reason to put him in this game. Hey, there's Justin Ross. Pickup of 9. That R&R combo. You hit Rice, you hit Ross. Keep him in the game. 2nd and 2. Give it to Pacheco. We are not running the ball anymore. What's going on? Pacheco's in the game. Blake Bell's in motion. Go, Pacheco. Look at that. That's a grown man. That's a grown man. He picked up like 6 or 7 on 3rd and 2. He will always do that. Always do that. I just don't get why they don't keep him in for majority of the snaps. It doesn't make sense to me. 1st and 10, run the football again. See what he can do. MVS picks up the 1st. It's 1st and goal on the 8. Come on, get this in the end zone. This can be a great answer. I don't know what number 7 was doing. Is that Murphy? You can give me that much space out there. I'm making that catch. Okay, 1st and goal. Give it to Pacheco. Watson's in motion. Rashee Rice is on the top of the screen. Oh! I think that's a rookie mistake. Rashee Rice stopped his route. And if he would have kept that speed, that's a touchdown Rashee Rice. Again, learning curves. But man, that was there. Because if Rashee Rice doesn't stop, he has a touchdown at the back of the end zone. That sucks. 2nd and goal, route. I combine names again. Ross is in motion. Pacheco's in motion. Everyone's in motion. Fade route. Ross. Give it to him. I don't know if Ross caught that. Yeah, Ross didn't catch that. Well, 2 youngsters. That wouldn't have been a touchdown by Ross, but should have been a catch. Yeah, that's not a catch. You can't get a field goal here. You got to get it in the end zone. I would have done I don't like that play call that Ross had. I would have done a fade. Rashee Rice. That's the rookie. Keep him in the game. He is Mahomes' favorite target. It doesn't matter who else is out there. He's always looking for him. What a play by Rashee Rice. What a play by the rookie. He knows he's the best wide receiver on the roster. I don't care what no one says. I've been hyping this dude up since before he was even on the team. All right, Bucker, make this kick. You do not have to bring Kelsey in this game. That is a defining drive right there. The receivers held their own. Watson a clutch catch. Rashee Rice with 2 clutch catches. Ross had a catch. Kelsey, I'm sorry. Sit down. Yeah, Kelsey was really trying to sneak on the field. I really hope he doesn't. He does. Here's the thing. If it's a close game with 2 minutes left and Kansas City needs a game-winning drive, maybe you bring him out there. But if they still have the lead for the rest of the day, sorry, Kelsey, we will see you against Denver because that's a quick turnaround. 4 days. We can't have you get hurt again. You've been hurt too much this year. Can't have it happen. That was a nice drive. It was the receivers stepped up. They really did. Each and every, literally, when they needed to be counted on and depended on, their number was called. Rashee Rice was the clutch player on the drive, but man, so was Justin Watson. What a huge third down catch. Basically mossing his dude. Right, Teron, you hit it right on the nose. That catch right there was an NFL playmaker type of catch. And honestly, in this game, he hasn't had drops. He's looked really good. He just ran one bad route, but then he corrected it 2 plays later and got a touchdown. You could tell Mahomes loves looking for this dude on the football field no matter when he's on there. I really believe once November comes, and hopefully sooner than that, he's going to be a threat. Man, yep, Rashee Rice going nuts. Oh, Teresa, thank you for the super chat. That was a great jive. It was, hey, that's what gets the mojo going. One, the defense, they had halftime rest, and then they had that rest. Defense, get humming. Get after Kirk Cousins. Get the turnover. Let's do this. Get the offense back on the field. Micah and True, too. What I'm liking and loving, though, last week Ross only had 4 snaps. He definitely has more than 4 snaps today. And Mahomes has been looking for him too. So I'm loving that Reed is putting him on the field. Hey, Teron, you could be right. It could be a distraction. What I want to say, what was a bigger distraction, Kelsey or Chris Jones? I think that's another good key topic of conversation too. I don't know, honestly. All right, Chiefs back up. Bucker kicks it off, and I believe it's out of the end zone. Yeah, it was. Man, the defense had so much time to rest. I hope they come out firing right now. I hope Spags dials up some good stuff here. Come on, Spags. Get this offense back on the field. 84 is in motion. Tranquil wasn't even looking, but Hawkinson dropped another pass. I'll take that. Hawkinson, he has bricks for hands today. Yeah, it was a hard catch, but man, Hawkinson's one of those tight ends. He makes those catches. 2nd and 10. Come on, defense. Get back there. Make it 3rd and long. Madison picks up 3. It'll be 3rd and 7. Please stop them. Make it 3 and out. Oh, no. Tranquil's a little woozy. He got up, though, but it's not what you want to see when Nick Bolton is out. But it looks like Tranquil's staying in the game, but he's limping now. Injuries happening. Like I said, Mahomes got injured, but he's back. Kelsey got injured. We don't know what to make of that. Tranquil's a little woozy, but keeping him in the game. 3rd and 7. Get a 3 and out here. Man, Nick Bolton's iced up. Did they call a timeout, Minnesota? Yeah. Okay, now I can get back to this. See, hey, you're right. It's weird. It's kind of like whole offseason, Chris Jones was a distraction. Then that gets settled, and then you get the Taylor Swift distraction, and you get the Travis Kelce distraction. It's like they just get hit everywhere this season. Yeah, I don't buy into camp fights a lot. And one, I know Kelsey, even early in his year, we haven't heard it frequently, he gets aggravated easily in camp. So it was nothing new. That's why I don't think that affected him much, but you never know. You really don't.
This is the 3rd home game of the season that they were so brilliant at home last year.
Come on, 3rd and 7. You get a stop. 3 and out would be great. And then you can literally put your foot on their throat and offense can get to work.
For the first time in his career, when they met Kansas City, met Minnesota back in 2019, Patrick was out with a knee injury. So this, if he wins today, would be the clean sweep.
Mahomes isn't playing a bad game. He's actually playing a really good game manager game. Come on, defense. Defensive line, get to Kirk. He's going to look for a quick, fast pass.
By the way, the Vikings center, Garrett Bradbury, is back this week. He's had all kinds of back issues. He just came out of the game during that timeout.
Oh, the Vikings had to get a new center. That's why they probably took the timeout. So this is going to be interesting. Let's see if this snap is clean. The middle of the field's open. Don't get hit with the slant. Oh! Edwards almost had another pick. Edwards is a ball hawk. That was a marvelous play by Mike Edwards. He has been such a great key acquisition for this team. What a play by Edwards. Doing the cleanup work with McDuffie. What a play, Edwards. 3 and out, and we get the first punt of the day for the Minnesota Vikings. Hey, Washington, just cleanly filled it, even though you're going to have space. He has space. Hey, he got it to the 25. Get another touchdown on these boys. Kelsey, stay on the sideline. What a great way to start the second half. Offense does their thing without Travis Kelce. Defense does a 3 and out. Keep this thing going. I don't know if we're missing Jody Fortson. That's a really good question, honestly. But even with Noah Gray filling in for Travis Kelce, I think Noah Gray has been really good. Like, I really believe that. And I believe even if Jody Fortson was healthy, I believe Noah Gray still gets those snaps. I think Noah Gray proved he is clear-cut tight end number 2, unfortunately, because I'm a big fan of Jody Fortson. I really am. I love the potential and talent he has. But the injuries, of course, derailed his career so far. And Noah Gray, he's been dependable for this team and clutch in certain scenarios. So I don't know if he would get more snaps over Noah Gray. It is a good point, though. That is true too as well. The only time he had the ball was when they went 3 and out in the second quarter, and then the Vikings defense, they were just managing the clock. Yeah, it was a beautiful defensive series. Yeah, and Teron, as you mentioned as well, I think the most beautiful thing about the Kansas City Chiefs is that they actually have a punt returner. Who's a punt returner? He doesn't do all the sexy stuff, try to be cute with it. He's like, hey, just go north and south. Let's get this ball upfield. That's what I think the Kansas City Chiefs have been missing, specifically last year as well. When you put Kadarius Toney, he's a fun punt returner, don't get me wrong, but he's a guy who wants a playmaking ability type of touchdown every single time. It can backfire. Sky Moore, no experience whatsoever. Richie James, he's a punt returner, but it just didn't look like it was working out. Washington, he knows what to do. Catch, go. Oh, Teresa, your TV must be ahead of mine. But that sucks to hear Kelsey's out there. I see him. Well, folks, hold your breath. I mean, I'm glad to see him out there. I really am. I think this is rushing it, though. I really think this is rushing it. Definitely on a short week. Kelsey's in motion. Kadarius Toney with the catch. Screen. Pickup of 3. Yes, you can hurt it worse. I don't know what minor injury that could have been. We talked about Achilles. It's obviously not that torn. Okay, so what is it? A high ankle sprain? You missed time with that. Yeah, Pacheco's and Kelsey's in motion. Oh, Justin Ross dropped the easy catch, but they're playing him more. But you're starting to see why these kids need to be eased in it. Rashee Rice, Justin Ross, they need to get familiar with it. But good rep, got open, just needs to make the catch. And it brings 3rd down now. 3rd and 7. Teron. Ross is done for the day. I think what's very telling with all of this, though, with Rashee Rice and Justin Ross, they're getting more looks than Sky Moore. Oh, that's a catch. Oh, it was intercepted, actually. I think that was stolen. I thought that was hell of a Moss catch by Kelsey. Let's see if Kelsey was down. Let's see if that knee was down. This was a catch. There. He's down. He's down. Yeah, he's down. He's down. What a catch by Kelsey. Okay. Hey, whatever steroids they gave him at halftime to become Incredible Hulk are working. That's a challenge the Vikings are losing. That was a catch. I don't know why the Vikings are challenging this. This is a terrible challenge. This is a terrible challenge. You already burned a timeout. This is an obvious catch. Knee back down. Hey, Minnesota, do what you want to do. Yeah, you guys, it's a catch. It's got to be. There's no way they overturn it. I don't know why you challenge that. One, marvelous catch by Kelsey. I wish he would have made that catch in the end zone earlier, because that was an all-hands catch similar, but hey, I can live with that one too.
Lunch? Yes, please. That'll be $23.
Yeah, like you guys mentioned, it's a catch. I don't even want to say I think. That's a definition of a catch. Like, All hands. The knee hits first, then the back hits first, and then the defender pulls it out. What do you call that? Like, it's not an interception. I'd be surprised if they win this. There's no way they can win this challenge. You're probably right. I think, and even in the perspective you mentioned as well, because coming from me too, I'm very competitive. So when I get hurt or when I have a challenge ahead, it's like, nah, you ain't gonna tell me I'm done. It's not the case. Like, I'm gonna go out there and show you, hey, I'm 33, just turned 34. Guess what? I can still play. There's nothing wrong with me. So you're right. That's the type of catch where he's like, don't sleep on me. There's no way they can overturn this. There's just none. I would be shocked. And Minnesota has probably burned a crucial timeout.
We're back at Gene. I don't know if this was a smart challenge by Minnesota. You just see the ruling here.
Yeah, it stands. So Minnesota lost the timeout. They got one timeout for the rest of the game. That's an iffy challenge. Yeah, Kelsey displayed some physical, aggressive, ball-hawking, strong hands there. Didn't bobble at all. Didn't touch the ground. I don't know. What were you thinking, Kevin O'Connell? First and 10. Let's go, boys. Play well balanced. You know what that means, guys. Run the damn ball. They're doing Wildcat shit. Here we go. When did the Kansas City Chiefs start like doing this? I mean, at least it picked up the yard, but what is this? I would have just gave it to Pacheco on first and 10, and Pacheco would have picked up 4 or 5. But you wasted down. Kadarius Toney's pissed off. They're moving fast, whatever that means. Kelsey's in motion. Kelsey with the catch. Kelsey still, I don't know. He doesn't look like Kelsey. Like, after that hit, great pickup of 9, but you could tell he's not fully healthy. I don't want him getting hurt in this game. He already is. And Mahomes takes a late hit as well. This is so frustrating, guys. Third and 2, come on. Teresa probably already blew it. They probably didn't pick it up. Yeah, I figured. Yes, you go for it. I had to speed up 15 seconds ahead. I don't know if I hurt myself or not doing that, messing this game up. Yeah, I shouldn't have. Okay, 4th and 1. Mahomes going deep. They're going to call the interference on MVS. They're not going to call it on Smith. Because MVS bullied Harrison Smith and pulled them into it. Wow. I get he was in his lane. I don't like that. Look what MVS does. Yeah, it is a PI, but man, I think MVS was more blatant. Well, we're gonna hear social media all week.
In the red zone, 17 yards out to
Pacheco
Pacheco.
handoff. Look at Pacheco. There's the flag though.
First time. Would that be the first pass interference call of the year? The Vikings very good. First 5 games. Yes.
Now Kelsey's over here doing penalties. That's a 10, 15 yarder? Crack back block on Kelsey. Yeah, that's gonna be called. Noah Gray's in motion. I don't know what's going on here. Kelsey with the pickup of about 5 on 1st and 25, maybe 6. And that's the thing that's so... The way Kelsey moves his hips could also affect his legs as well, as you've seen on that play. It's like, ugh. Like, because he's jittery. He twists. And that could bite him in this game. All right, 2nd and 17. Rashee Rice is in the slot. Kadarius Toney and MVS are on the top of each screen. Isaiah Pacheco on the screen. Damn. Pacheco, man. He just gets low, and he's like a ram. He literally is just... But it's 3rd and manageable. He's so good. He's so fun to watch. Come on, 3rd and 8. Let's go, boys. Sky Moore's in the slot. Kadarius Toney's in the slot. I'd love to see Justin Ross or Rashee Rice, but they're not on the field. Oh, what a play, Mahomes. That was vintage Patrick Mahomes. And then Kelsey, that's the rhythm, that's the connection. These dudes have been doing this for far too long, and you just see it right there. Give it to Pacheco on 1st and goal. It was a pickup of a yard. Minnesota playing stout. Man, a touchdown here would be huge. You go up 2 scores. You held the ball the whole 3rd quarter. Sky Moore, top of screen. We haven't seen nothing from him all day. MVS, Justin Watson on the bottom. Kelsey in the slot. I'd run it again, just because. Kelsey touchdown. Kelsey was pissed he was hurt. Kelsey looks vintage. Patrick Mahomes looked vintage on that drive. Man, Kelsey's injury may have been game-defining for this Kansas City Chiefs offense. Because ever since then, touchdown, they look back. Crazy. I thought he tore his Achilles, and then he's out here just bawling. Up by 2 touchdowns. Love it. Yeah. So it was vintage. That's what you love to see the Kansas City Chiefs moving. They are humming. They are in sync. And then, man, it just, again, well balanced. You love to see it. And Kelsey, as you mentioned, Teresa, he's playing angry. That injury may have just prevailed him.
Well, Mahomes has thrown touchdowns to 28 different players in his career, but no one more so than to Travis Kelce.
Yeah, it was. It was a great, balanced game, well, so far for the Chiefs in the third quarter. They managed the ball perfectly. The Vikings barely saw the ball this quarter. And the defense can actually rest and come back out and do what they need to do. Let's do another 3 and out and get this offense back out here. Come on, defense. I didn't even see him kick it off, but I guess it was kicked out the end zone. What was that? Snead on the tackle? Oh no, that was Jalen Watson. Great tackle on Cam Akers. It's wrong. Do something else, man. Hey, he probably did. This is the best game of the season so far for him. We got 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs. Justin Jefferson's in motion. Defense, don't sleep. Bring them. Hawkinson's in motion. Play action. KJ Osborne, easy catch. First down for the Vikings. Hey, did you guys see that on the offensive line? I saw what Donovan Smith did last week where the Vikings offensive lineman was holding him inside the shoulder pads. Shouldn't that be a holding? Supposedly to every social media referee out there. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. I'd love to see pressure. Uh-oh. Hawkinson with a 15-yard catch. Come on, defense. You can't let this become a game again. This game is not over. The Vikings got way too many weapons for you guys to fall asleep. Dana. Damn. Dana was almost there. Drew Tranquil is making some solid tackles today. He was almost there. Jalen Watson is covering Jordan Addison on the top of the screen. Snead on Jefferson. McDuffie on Osborne. And it is a handoff to Akers. What a good trip up by Dana. That could have been way worse than what it was. It was still a pickup of a first. That probably will take us to the fourth quarter. Oh, they're going to get off another play. Willie Gay just jumped over the pile. It didn't do nothing, but they picked up the first. We are headed to the fourth quarter. The Chiefs are up by 2 touchdowns, 27-13. This game is far from over, though. The Vikings are driving. The defense needs to stay strong. Yeah, Teresa, that answer is no. Definitely if the Vikings score a touchdown, this offense better keep the foot on the pedal, all gas, no brakes, and that means Kelsey will be coming out again. This defense needs to make a stop. I don't. This is going to be one where I'm going to have to look at the recap of the game and the all 22 as well because they haven't even been throwing to Jefferson like that, which is kind of crazy. Now, Snead's been on him, McDuffie's been on him, and we haven't highlighted Jefferson at all, which, of course, is huge, which is great. But Kirk Cousins hasn't been throwing to him either. Usually Cousins, even if it is a difficult play, he will launch it his way. And the last pass we saw thrown to Jefferson was with McDuffie in coverage, but Mike Edwards made an amazing play that could have been an interception. So I think this is a whole team effort, and they're doing their thing. They got one more quarter to do it, though, because we've seen Justin Jefferson. Some of his best work comes in this quarter. Yeah, that's another concern as well that you mentioned that are we wearing Kelsey out? I don't know. If anyone's wearing Kelsey out, it's Kelsey because I think Kelsey is like Mahomes. He was going to do anything to stay in this game. I like you mentioned, I just hope he doesn't get more hurt because he's still definitely hurt. I saw after a few of those catches when he got up, it wasn't limping, but it was like kind of like that old man. You know when you get out of bed and you're like, I got to get up. That's what he kind of looked like staggering.
Back to U.S. Bank Stadium here in Minneapolis. Jim Nance
All right, we're back on the field. It's fourth quarter. Defense, do your thing.
dominated by the Chiefs. For 132 yards in the quarter. And pair of touchdowns.
And here's Kelsey just running on the sideline, getting ready. So his day is not even over. You know it. Minnesota is driving. Jefferson's in motion. Oh. I wish Justin Reed wasn't coming as quick as he did. He would have seen the ball in the air and probably had a pick six. But he wanted to. That's the thing with Justin Reed. He just wants to lay a hit. He's never really looking for the football. He's looking for the player. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just his play skill. If it was Mike Edwards would have had to pick six because Mike Edwards looks for the football. What a tackle by McDuffie, one-on-one to make it third and short. Those are one of the most difficult tackles to make in the NFL. And the fact he got him down, that's a good solid tackle. It's going to be a QB sneak. Cousins got it. That's 1st and 10. Come on, defense. If anyone looks worn down, I've seen a lot of this from Jones today. I've seen a lot of hands on the hips. See, Naughty was like, hey, get your ass up. All right, it's 1st and 10. Minnesota's approaching the red zone. Snead is on Jefferson. McDuffie is on Osborne. Hawkinson's in motion. It's play action. Oh, Watson. If Watson would have made a play on the football, I feel like that had potential of being an interception. I really do. Yeah, Teresa, I've been saying that all along. And the turnover's been a fumble. I want to see an interception. I want to see these DBs make a play on the football and get a pick. We've only seen that once this year, and that was with Mike Edwards. Let's get an interception. Last week, Kirk Cousins threw a pick six against the Panthers in this area. He can do it again. Tranquil comes in. Hawkinson catch. Justin Reed there for the cleanup. That's a pickup of about 2. 3rd and 6.
Great pressure by Spagnuolo sending an inside backer to get Cousins off the spot. Shaw backing up, which eliminated the down the field routes. Here we go. Hey, you got to do something because, again, you're going to just can't plot along. You only got one timeout to play with.
Come on, guys. Jalen Watson is on Osborne. McDuffie is on Jefferson in the slot. You would think that would be the matchup. And he threw to Osborne, incomplete. That brings 4th and 6. What does Minnesota do here? Do they kick the field goal? Uzama with a great pressure. They're going for it. Come on, defense. You know this is probably going to Jefferson. Man up. Oh, Jefferson limped to the sideline, so Jefferson's not out there. Stand tall. It's probably going to be Addison, and Watson is on Addison. Hawkinson, Reed is on Hawkinson. And, of course, I knew that would be the matchup, and Watson failed. That sucks. Watson, he has been dealing with injuries, so I will give him that. But he hasn't looked like he did in his rookie year. That's why we've been seeing more of Joshua Williams. But, man, you would love to have that. That would be almost game, basically, if you stop him there. And now Jefferson's limping on the sideline, so this is Addison's game. Alexander Madison touchdown. This is stress-free football they talking about? I don't see it. Kansas City can never make it easy. So unfortunate. It was a good drive by the Minnesota Vikings. They well-balanced, played perfect football on that drive. Minnesota was not falling asleep. They have too many weapons, and they still do, even without Justin Jefferson. And that makes it 27-20. Kansas City needs to do something on offense. I was just thinking that too, Teron, as well. It's like I saw him a couple plays there, but George Karlaftis has been very quiet these last 2 weeks. I know last week he got pressures, but he didn't really get to the quarterback. This week, I haven't seen much of him. I've seen Felix Anudike-Uzomah, but yeah, I want to see more of him. Yeah, on that touchdown drive, on that touchdown call, the screen to Madison, it was horrible play calling. Even on the if you're referring to the 4th down, horrible play calling as well. I knew that Watson was going to get picked on, unfortunately, because Snead and McDuffie have been doing their thing. And Cousins is well aware of that. So go to the next guy, and it was Watson. And Addison, he ate. Hopefully the offense is still clicking. Hopefully they're still doing their thing. This is the perfect time where you establish your run game. And yeah, I may be getting annoying, but run the damn ball. Isaiah Pacheco, get him his yardage. Let him seal this game up. I hope the offense is still doing. I hope they still in sync and moving. I really am. I'd love to go up by 2 touchdowns again. All right, back from commercial break. The Minnesota Vikings are getting set to kick it off. They're showing next week's schedule. Of course, we're not going to appear on it because we got Thursday night football against the Broncos. And right now, it looks like the Broncos are struggling with the Jets. I think the Jets are up on them too. So that should be an interesting matchup. Even though the Chiefs, they've won a million straight against the Broncos. It's division rivalries. They're always going to be difficult. Come on, offense. And one thing about this Minnesota Viking team and Kirk Cousins as well, him and Derek Carr, they got the most fourth quarter comebacks. You can't let these guys have momentum. They made it returnable. Come on, Washington. I think that was a good return. He ran pretty far, it looked like. Oh, he got to the 25? What did he get to? It was a camera angle. I don't even know what he got to. It's the field, yeah. It's just kind of the same thing that happened to Kelsey. It's that turf, boy. What are we on? Okay, he got to the 27 or 28. Hand off to Pacheco. Pacheco picked up 4. Oh, come on, offense. Come on. I'd give it to Pacheco one more time, make it 3rd and short, or have him pick up the first. This is where you manage the game. I think you manage it perfectly. Kadarius Toney picked up the first. Kadarius Toney is not doing anything spectacular in this game, but he's hurt. Never mind. Yeah, he's slamming his helmet. God damn it. Right when I compliment the dude, I was going to say he's making reliable catches. I don't know if he's hurt or if he's just pissed off. I really can't tell now, actually. Oh, he is hurt. Okay. Maybe he cramped up. I don't. Yeah, he's pissed. I don't know what. Pacheco handoff. Look at Pacheco. Pickup of 8. Give it to Pacheco again. It's 2nd and 2. Let him ice this game. Kelsey's out of the game. Sky Moore, Justin Watson. Give it to Pacheco. Let him pick up 2. Rashee Rice is in the game on the top of the screen. He didn't get there. I think that's back to the line. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. All right, line, you got to hold up because they gave it 3rd and 1, actually. Maybe you give it to Pacheco again, but I would just give it like a single back handoff. I wouldn't do this side stuff. It gives too much time for the defense to react. Rashee Rice is in the game still. Come on, Pacheco. He didn't get there. Shit. This team always does this crap. Always. It's never easy. I'd go for it. I know Reed just wants to give him a long field. Shit. Are they going for it? Timeout, Vikings. I don't know why the Vikings took their final timeout. Wow. That's huge. Even if the Chiefs don't get it, the Vikings could tie this game up, but then the Chiefs will get a chance to get the ball back and win it. I don't know if... I'm the Chiefs, I'm punting it.
You thought KC was going up top, and that play occurred.
Because they have no timeouts left, and you hope the defense makes a stop, and you trust them, but they're going to go for it. But they have no timeouts left. I would have tried to pin them and see if they could drive 90 yards now that they have no timeouts. All right, dudes, come on. It looks like the same play. It could be a fake. It is. Okay, yeah, they just try to draw him off sides. Okay, that was a mess. I don't know what happened there. I knew once Mahomes was moving, I was like, this play's not over yet. This could be a direct snap to try to draw the defense off. Kudos to the Minnesota Vikings defense for not falling for that. I think this is the right call, though. You punt it, you hope to pin them because they got no timeouts, so they can't stop it. And the worst that can happen is they tie the game and the Chiefs offense gets the ball back to win the game. But this is all faith in the Chiefs defense right here. Come on, Townsend. Give it your best punt of the season. Too good of a punt. That's a touchback, so it'll be put on the 20. All right, defense, let's get an interception. Justin Jefferson is back walking on the sideline. Is he going to pull a Travis Kelce and go bananas on us? Hopefully not. Okay, hopefully this clicks back on here shortly for y'all. I do not know what keeps going on, but it keeps kicking out. Okay, I think we're back in. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if, because my phone's connected on this for my streaming service for the live stream. And for some reason, I got to read the error message, but it says continue broadcasting. I don't know if I'm having struggles with the Wi-Fi connection or whatever it may be, but at least I'm able to still keep it on one stream. So that's thankful. And I'm thankful I got back before the game started. And speaking of that, Vikings are on the field, 1st and 10. Play action. What a tackle by McDuffie. And there's a flag. Alexander Madison is not an easy back to tackle. And the fact McDuffie made that tackle is nuts. Hey. And there's actually an illegal formation on the offense that is not Kansas City. Whoa. And by the way, I need to knock on a wall or something. Jawan Taylor hasn't been called for a penalty today. That has been beautiful. Okay, that brings it 1st and 15. Come on, defense. Spagnuolo. Release the hounds. Let's get an interception. Second and 15. Is Hawkinson hurt now? Damn. That looked like holding on Jones, but I mean, I don't know. And Hawkinson, he's been throwing some difficult balls, but that should have been a catch as well, too. That's like his 3rd drop of the day. 2nd and 15. Defense, do your thing. Make this 3rd and long. Keep it at 3rd and 15. That would be beautiful. Come on, Jones. Get home. There's 8 minutes and 20 seconds still remaining in the 4th quarter. So if it's 3rd and long or 4th and long, Vikings may feel they need to punt the ball because they feel like they can get one possession. Make this a hard field for them to gain. That was a quick pickup. Williams on Addison. That was a pickup of about 6. Makes it 3rd and 9. 3rd and manageable. That's what I don't want to see. 3rd and 8. Okay. Come on, defense. Addison's going to be his main target. McDuffie's on Osborne. That means now Addison's in motion. Brian Cook draws that coverage. This team really hates me. They really do. Powell with a quick pickup of 10 on Snead. Snead does amazing all game against Jefferson, but against their 5th best option, he gets eaten alive on a slant. Come on, defense. Come on, guys. A pickup of 10 again. I told you, you cannot give Kirk Cousins momentum in the 4th quarter. He knows how to come back. I thought it was snowing in Denver with their end zone. I was like, what's going on here? Defense, come on. Handoff to Madison. Reed whiffed on the tackle. Should have been picked up a 1. It's picked up a 5. Here we go, where the defense doesn't know how to stop momentum. Come on, defense. Make a play. No pressure. Oh, my goodness. They're playing so bad. They're playing so bad. The defense always does this. Always. This is a repeat of the Lions game, where they play great all 3 quarters. In the 4th quarter, hey, we're going to blow a 14-point lead. Why not? Come on. You still got time to make a play. And again, no matter what happens, the outcome, Chiefs win, hopefully. Chiefs defensive line, not good again against another bad offensive line. Or if it's a game planning, is Spags not drawing up blitzes or anything and he's trusting the 4 because they didn't do anything against the Jets, and now we're seeing it again. I'm not seeing any pressures. Make Kirk Cousins uncomfortable. You're giving him time. He's going to pick you apart. Play action. There you go. Oh, you're lucky Madison dropped that. That was a beautiful screenplay. Madison probably has a touchdown, but hey. Okay, 3rd and 7. Third and 7. Let's go. 3rd and 7. 4th quarter. Less than 5 minutes in the game. Addison's in motion. Ooh. Clamps. Justin Reed with the hits on Kirk Cousins. See what happens when you draw blitzes? They work. They probably kicked the field goal and hope the defense stops. It was actually McDuffie, my bad. McDuffie with a beautiful blitz. Okay, 4th and 7. They said, nope, we need to keep it going. This is game, basically. Come on, defense. Hawkinson on top of the screen, in motion. Delay again. Does this make them kick the field goal now? Because they could still stop the Kansas City Chiefs offense if they wanted to. Yeah, it's interesting. I think their hand was dealt with no timeouts. So I think they're kind of forced to go for it, regardless. Okay, this is game. This is literally could be game. Get to Cousins. What a hit. They called the PI on Snead. Of course they did. Of course they did. It was nowhere there. The ball was nowhere there. Pick it up. Yes. I'm sorry. And I know social media is going to be like, there goes the refs again picking up a flag. It's not a flag. And one, the ball was nowhere near him. And one, Snead was even looking the whole time. I'm sorry, he wasn't getting to that ball. Come on, Pacheco. In this game. Let's go, Pacheco. I can't wait to get on social media after this. People say it's rigged. I'm sorry. It's legit. Last week's was legit as well. But this is more legit than last week. Oh. Come on, Pacheco. Pacheco's in motion. Switches sides of Mahomes. Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice. Yeah, like you mentioned, Teron, as well. At the end of the day, the flag should not have been thrown. Like, it wasn't catchable. And two, I don't even think it's a good case of pass interference because Snead was looking at the ball the whole time. Go, Pacheco. Pacheco picks up like 2. So they're also saying it should have been a foul on Snead when he took his helmet off. But now people are saying the ref told him to put his helmet back on, which he did, and which is what Kevin O'Connell said. But regardless, that penalty happens after the PI. It still would have been the Chiefs' ball. So that is nothing, honestly. Second and 9, under 3 minutes left to play in the game. Bell is in motion, handoff Pacheco. Pacheco, man, he was tackled in the backfield, but still managed to pick up 3 yards. I'm going to tell you what, if the Chiefs don't pick up this first down, though, Minnesota, I would just run it again, honestly. because they have no timeouts. You want to have Minnesota with as less time as possible. They're showing McDuffie's hit on Cousins, which was beautiful. Okay, we are at the 2-minute warning. Kansas City is faced with, I believe, a 3rd and 5. I still think they need to run the football because Minnesota has no timeouts. So, best case scenario is you give it to Pacheco and he picks up the first down. Worst case scenario, you give it to Pacheco. He doesn't get it. He kills off a good 45 seconds. And then Minnesota gets the ball with a minute 15, minute 20. And then you punt it, takes down another 10 seconds. So, yeah. Worst case scenario is Minnesota finds a way to tie this game and it goes to overtime. I don't see Kansas City losing this in regulation unless they go for 2. But just give it to Pacheco. Don't do nothing cute because if it's an incomplete pass, that gives Minnesota way too much time to work with. But another week, another game, and it's going to come down to the wire. And we're going to hear all the social media referees saying the referee didn't make the right call. Man, you can miss me with it. Like, at the end of the day, if that was their team, they would have wanted that call to be reversed as well or turned away as well because it wasn't a PI, and it wasn't even catchable. Now, if Cousins happened to throw it more on the sideline to where Addison was, I could see them calling the PI in that case. But one, Snead was looking at the ball the whole time, and 2, it was in the, not middle of the end zone, but damn near closer to the middle of the end zone than the edge. And Teron, that's a very valid point as well. And I think we see this Kansas City Chiefs team do this all the time where they don't blow teams out, but they win games like this. And when they do, it gives them a great legitimate playoff run and a great competitive balance against these playoff contenders as well. And it shows their experience in these scenarios. Here we go. They got McKinnon in the game now. I would have run McKinnon. I really would. You do not want an incomplete pass or a screen. Make sure this is not incomplete. Or Mahomes, you run it. Go, McKinnon. There you go. Hey, they could stop him. 40 seconds comes off here, and then the punt as well. This is defense. You got to win it. Here it comes. Please pin them. Make it like 90-yard drive. Townsend. What a tackle by Watson. This is going to be an 86-yard drive with 1:07 left. No timeouts. Defense. Play clutch. Do not let this go to overtime. Or don't even give them the chance to. Because my main concern is Kevin O'Connell, with how risky he's been with challenges and stuff like that. If they score a touchdown, he might want to go for 2 and not even get this to overtime. Come on. Be persistent. Get after Cousins. Oh, I wish Tranquil was a little closer. Great coverage by McDuffie. 1:02 left, second down. Come on, I need pressure. I need Cousins to continue to get hit. And Jefferson's not out there, so he must be hurt because I thought he would come out in this drive to try to win it. Great tackle. Clock is running. Hawkinson picks up 9. It's 3rd and 1. 52 seconds. The clock is still running. He can't spike the ball or it's 4th and 1. Well, he can. 44 seconds. Ooh, what a play by L'Jarius Sneed. He would have had one of the most athletic interceptions I've ever seen, but I will take that. What a great play by Sneed. That was amazing. 4th and 1. Game on the line right here. I wouldn't be surprised if Vikings run it. Quick snap, spike. 4th and 1. Hawkinson's in motion. Oh, what a tackle by McDuffie. Kept him in bounds. They picked up the first on 4th and 1. 1st and 10. Clock is moving. Under 26 seconds. And Cousins spikes it with 22 seconds. Come on. I'm so nervous. Because I believe if all goes wrong and Vikings score a touchdown, they're going for 2. They don't want to take this to overtime. Come on, Spags. Dial something up. Come on, D-line. All day. Oh, he's in bounds. They're going to get a Hail Mary. They're going to get a Hail Mary. 8, 7, 6, 5 seconds. This is game. This is far from not stressful. Was he offsides? I would have to see. He probably was. Oh, great. We're pulling a Gronkowski. Kelsey's going in coverage. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Kelsey, don't get hurt. Oh, shit. Come on, defense. It's over. Dana. Game. Dana's so underrated. He is so clutch. 4-1 Kansas City Chiefs. What a play. I don't know why Cousins just didn't throw it. All right. Hey, let's get this capper right here. I'll give you the last 23 seconds of Jets and Broncos. And the Jets are up 31-21 over the Broncos with 23 seconds left. It looks like that's over too. So the Broncos look like they'll fall to what, 1-4 going into Thursday? Good for Jets. I don't know if you consider an upset. Both teams are 1-3. But with Zach Wilson, people don't think he's good. Okay, Denver's going to try to get a quick pass to get a field goal. And they call a timeout. I don't care about any of them. If they do something, that's great. We'll stay in coverage-wise. But, man, what a win for Kansas City. That was a fun game. It was a stressful game. I don't care what anyone says. It was stressful. But defense struggled in that fourth quarter. They really, really did. But Mike Dana closed it in and came clutch. We saw the Kansas City Chiefs offense, very inconsistent, but they showed life. We saw the snap counts increase for guys like Rashee Rice and Justin Ross. They both made plays. Rashee Rice got a touchdown. Such a great thing to see. Scary injuries we thought we saw with Travis Kelce, and then he comes back like an angry man possessed, and he ends up getting the last touchdown of the game, which would be the game-winning touchdown as well. Man, didn't think I'd see that. Hold up, here's Wilson making a play, throwing deep, incomplete, 17 seconds. It's a huge win going forward. Definitely when you're going against a division rival next week on a short week as well. I know when we focus on the Denver Broncos, we look at, it should be a gimme game. We always beat them. And this is a different Denver Broncos team, as you know as well, where, yeah, record-wise, they don't look good. But Russell Wilson looks better than last year. Their defense looks worse than last year, which is another sign Mahomes should be able to eat and do very, very well. It's going to be an interesting matchup. It really is. I really believe it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people expect, but it should be a Kansas City Chiefs win. And it was a quick dump off to 25. This game is over for Denver, and that is all she wrote. Let's get to this chat real quick. Yeah, Teresa, as you mentioned, winners find a way to win, and that's been the Kansas City Chiefs' MO for the longest time. They may not blow everyone out, but that championship mentality, they win games. That's what they do best. Micah, like you meant, yeah. I feel like wherever we have seen Trent McDuffie, he has been making football player type plays and making solid tackles too. For a guy his stature and his height, he is laying the wood and he is making really good sound hits. Wilson with the Hail Mary. This won't even do anything. It'll still be a loss. And that's it for Denver. Yeah, Teresa, as you mentioned, the biggest win of all was Kelsey's healthy. And out that too, the biggest of all is it was probably his best game of the season. Yeah, Tehran, as you mentioned as well, the Jets are a legit threat. If they had a quarterback or if Zach Wilson finds a way to replicate what he did against the Chiefs and become a good quarterback, they can be a good wild card team. And Rodgers thinks he'll be back by the end of the year, which I don't know about all that. I've never seen anyone make a miraculous comeback from a torn Achilles in less than a few months. But, hey, we'll see. He's hoping for it. He's hoping to make a playoff push. But Jets can be one of those sneaky teams. They're 2-3 right now. Got a good defense, championship defense. They're going to be a fun team to watch. Yeah, Tehran, as you mentioned, that is one huge takeaway as well is Chiefs defense again. The most points they allowed, 20 points again. If the Chiefs defense can continue to just allow 20 points, they should be winning every game. That's unless the Chiefs offense struggles. But Patrick Mahomes in this offense should always find a way to put up points. And if the defense is only allowing 20, I'll take that any given Sunday. Teresa, what do you mean what happened? Did they lose to the Cardinals? Did they blow that big lead? They were up by double digits the last I saw. I think, but just in particular to what the Bengals are doing, everyone says Joe Burrow's injury. I think it's a lot more than that, honestly. I think there's not the same team as last year, the same familiarity. It's a new season. Kind of like with Kansas City when they came off of that loss against the Bucs, I believe it was, and everyone attacked us differently. Cincinnati's probably getting that treatment as well. and they are struggling to find out ways to rebound. Yeah, that's what I figured. I saw Jamar Chase have 2 touchdowns, and this was going to be the bounce back game for anyone. Honestly, was this game against the Cardinals? Cardinals, they're not a good team. They're a competitive team. They're not a great team though. So if Cincy would have lost that game, those are big eyebrow raising moments. And with that, I see we're basically caught up here. So I'll close off here shortly. With that, we got a lot of work to do in the next, 4 days? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then live stream on Thursday for the Thursday night Amazon Prime game against the Denver Broncos. We will be back here. We will be doing this again. I will give you my recap tomorrow. I will give you probably a surprise video, whatever it may be, news-wise. Let's just say that. Kansas City Chiefs news video, because there's always some news related thing happening around the Chiefs. And then I will give you my Broncos Chiefs preview. And then we got a live stream. We got a lot to jam pack into a short week. So please be sure, if you haven't, to subscribe to the channel. That way you are up to date on everything, and I will keep you guys tuned in on everything as well. With that, I do appreciate everyone tuning in. I do appreciate the super chats. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.